The court has found Kanu guilty of 7 count charges. The Federal High Court of Nigeria, sitting at Abuja under Justice James Omotosho, has found the leader of the IPOB, the indigenous people of Biafra, Justice James Omotosho found him guilty of 7 count charges that involves terrorism 10 years after he has been arrested. A Federal High Court of Abuja under Justice James Omotosho has found the leader of the IPOB, indigenous people of Biafra, guilty of 7 count charges that involves terrorism after 10 years of arrest. Now I read. Count 1. Nnamdi Kanu commits act of terrorism against Nigeria by making broadcast with intention to intimidate the population. 7 count charges against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. 7 count charges. The first one, Nnamdi Kanu commits act of terrorism against Nigeria by making broadcast with intention to intimidate the population. That is count 1. Count 2, Nnamdi Kanu commits act of terrorism against Nigeria by making broadcast with intention to threaten members of the public with sit-at-home order. Count 2. Count 1 involves life imprisonment. Count 1, that he has the intention to intimidate the population. The penalty is life imprisonment for that alone, for that count 1 alone. Then for count 2, that he has the intention to threaten members of the public with sit at home in the east. Penalty is life imprisonment. The penalty for that as well is life imprisonment. Count 3, Nnamdi Kanu made broadcast that declare himself as member and leader of IPOB, a group that Nigeria government have banned. Nnamdi Kanu made broadcast that declare himself as member and leader of the IPOB, indigenous people of Biafra, a group that the federal government has banned. Penalty of this is 20 years imprisonment with no option of fine. That is the penalty for count 3. Count 4 and 5. Nnamdi Kanu made broadcast that encourage members of the public to kill Nigeria security officers. I hope you are with me, viewers. In count 4 and 5, Nnamdi Kanu made broadcast which encourage members of the public to kill Nigeria security officers. Penalty for this is life imprisonment. For count 4 and 5, life imprisonment. Now count 6. Nnamdi Kanu made broadcast that encourage members of the public to burn down every federal government facility for Lagos that lead to major economic loss to federal government. Count 6, I repeat. Nnamdi Kanu made broadcast that encourages members of the public to burn down every federal government facility for Lagos that led to major economic loss to federal government. Penalty is life imprisonment. For count 6, life imprisonment. Count 7. Count 7. Nnamdi Kanu import radio transmitter known as Tran 50L and hide it inside container for Ubilusozio for Yemen local government area of Anambra State. Penalty 5 years jail term with no option of fine. So if you are to count, he has been found guilty of 7 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I've read the 7 out now. 7 count charges, and all of this involves terrorism according to the Federal High Court sitting at Abuja under Justice James Omotosho. All of these counts involves terrorism, and in terrorism in Nigeria involves life imprisonment. 7 count charges against the leader of the IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Count 1 penalty is life imprisonment. Count 2 penalty is also life imprisonment. Count 3 penalty is 20 years imprisonment with no option of fine. Count 4 and 5 life imprisonment. Count 6 life imprisonment as well. Count 7 5 years jail term with no option of fine. Now I go to the other news this morning. Yesterday, okay, it is here. Day before yesterday, before Nnamdi Kanu arrives in court, the leader of the ISWAP that killed Brigadier General Uba was in court day before yesterday. He has been involved in several attacks against the citizens of Nigeria, and he has been sentenced to 20 years imprisonment. This man was sentenced to 20 years imprisonment. A man that the leader of the ISWAP leader that has been involved in many several attacks against the citizens, he was sentenced to 20 years imprisonment in Abuja, same court that Kanu was giving judgment in Abuja. I don't know, same court. Okay, now this is coming from Obi Kubana. We all should know him. Obi Kubana, he said, as long as MNK remains in jail, you cannot and will never get up to 10,000 votes in Southeast come 2027. I would not lie to you, Papa, as a friend of your government. I have no reason to whitewash you. MNK is the supreme leader of the Southeast. His detention has caused us so much setback, and I'm so surprised that all your useless ministers from Southeast, none of them has capacity and can do anything to make the people love and respect you. As for governors, to make the people love and respect you, as for governors, they will all disappoint you because what they will tell us, absolute nothing. Only MNK release can save you. Sheyi Tinubu, all those people on that table with you at Debu Hotel the other day are just bags of dead seat, including me. The other day, they can't do anything for you. They can go to their hometowns because of MNK detention. So how can they help? How can they help you? The only want land from you to develop and sell. You know me, I don't need anything from you. That is Obi Kubana to the federal government of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. No fewer than 20 out of the 34 local government areas in Katsina State have reportedly entered into peace accord with bandits yesterday. My viewers are here. I want to read all this news so they can know where they will start from. So they will know where they will start from this lovely morning. I want to read all this news out. No fewer than 20 of the 34 local government areas in Katsina have reportedly entered into a peace accord with bandits, even as residents continue to express doubt over the sincerity and effectiveness of the deal following fresh attacks in some of the affected communities. Source is the Vanguard. Senator Garba Maidoki, representing Kebbi South Senatorial District, has described the abduction of 25 schoolgirls in Maga as the most unfortunate week and vowed that it will not become another Chibok-like incident. Igbo in prison for life. Igbo in prison for life, says ex-Senate President Wabara. Igbo in prison for life, says former Senate President Wabara. Okay, let me read this one as well before I bring in Mr. Lucky. Mr. Lucky is here this lovely morning. Yes. Zamfara APC leader Umar Moriki shot dead by suspected bandits. APC leader of Zamfara State. The APC leader of Zamfara was shot dead by suspected bandits. That is Umar Moriki, or Moriki, anyhow. Nigeria has two laws. I hope Mr. Lucky is here with me. Nigeria has two laws. One for the Igbos, another one for everyone else. Nigeria has two laws. One for the Igbos and another one for everyone else. So that means a law, particular law is meant for the Igbos, another one is meant for Nigerians. That is Obi Agwocha is saying that. Obi Agwocha is saying that. Okay. Igbo community in Abuja condemns Nnamdi Kanu's conviction, while Nigeria government extends brotherliness to Boko Haram members. That is according to Sahara reporters. Yes. No genocide in Benue. The government is saying that. Reverend Governor Father Alia is a Reverend Father. He's a man of God, a minister of God, a general of God. He said there is nothing like Christian genocide in Benue State. This was the same Benue that 200 people were massacred. And you are saying no Christian genocide in Benue State. That is Reverend Father, man of God, Aliyah, the governor of Benue State. Before I have many things here this morning, but before I continue, let me just bring in Mr. Lucky this lovely morning. Yes, Mr. Lucky, come this way. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, my brother. Good morning, my brothers. Good morning, our brothers and sisters who are watching us all over the world, who are not happy that instead of moving forward, we are going back. I want to greet King. I want to greet my sister, Arasa, Onegbe, Ofure, Dowonu, Ekaro. No, the Frenchman is not here today. Bonjour, whatever you want to call. So sorry for my voice, you see. All the way from Ogun State. So please, pardon me. You are going to hear me well.
Yes.
We are not happy. I am not happy. When I hear that news, I am not happy.
You're not happy.
I am not happy. Nigeria is not happy. This is not what we're talking to be seeing now. We want to be happy. People want to travel. Now, this kind of judgment is a sad judgment.
Okay,
it's a sad judgment.
Miss Gladys Oyabo, good morning to everyone. Good morning, you're welcome. Happy weekend to you all. Good morning, dear Mr. Rashid and crew members. Let the Justice James Omotosho should go ahead and arrest all terrorists operating openly unchecked. That's Miss Gladys Oyabo. Jin Young, it's injustice and they should release him. Jin Young, although I don't like everything what MNK said, but it is pure injustice. Christian Okorie, shame to the Nigeria government and its judiciary. Jin Young, we Yorubas reject this sentence of MNK and ask for his release. That is Jin Young. Viewers, as they are watching now, like and share. Like this program as you're watching, share to others as well. Let me start from here, Mr. Lucky. Let's start from this lovely morning. I'm reading from the BBC now. Start from the BBC. Yes, let me start from here. Okay, it is here. Nnamdi Kanu, guilty of 7 count charges. They will be good to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. According to the Federal High Court in Abuja, under Justice James Omotosho, is guilty of 7 count charges that involves terrorism. All of his count charges involves terrorism after 10 years of being arrested. Now, I read. What are the charges? I'll read them out. Count 1. Nnamdi Kanu commits act of terrorism against Nigeria by making broadcast with intention to intimidate the population. Penalty is life imprisonment. Count 2. Nnamdi Kanu commits act of terrorism against Nigeria by making broadcast with intention to threaten members of the public with sit-at-home order. Penalty is also life imprisonment. Count 3. Nnamdi Kanu made broadcast that declare himself as member and leader of IPOB, Indigenous People of Biafra, group that the federal government has banned in Nigeria. Penalty is 20 years imprisonment with no option of fine. Count 4 and 5. Nnamdi Kanu made broadcast that encourages members of the public to kill Nigeria security officers. Penalty is life imprisonment. Count 6. Nnamdi Kanu made broadcast that encourages the member of the public to burn down every federal government facility in Lagos that led to major economic loss to the federal government. Penalty is also life imprisonment. Count 7. Nnamdi Kanu imported radio transmitter known as Tram 50L and hid it inside container for Ubulozia in a local government in Anambra State. Penalty is 5 years. 5 years jail time with no option of fine. These are the 7 count charges against Nnamdi Kanu. Let's start from there this morning.
Anyway, for me, that judgment is zero judgment.
Zero judgment.
Yes, I never expect an Yoruba man they should use you as a slave goat.
He was being used as a slave goat.
Yes. And Tinubu too did not use him and the ministers and the judge. You know why? How many times has he gone to court by under Buhari? How many times? I was discharged and acquitted. Under Buhari, under the Fulanis, we are accusing. Today is our turn. Today is our brother. Today is the Southern president. Tinubu boldly say your judge should judge this man life imprisonment. Even though you want to use political way, say after life jail, that you not say I pardon you. It's a disgrace. It's bad. Condemnable. As an Edo man, we reject that judgment. We hate that judgment. As a Edo man,
Edos reject it.
yes, all the Edo light, all the south, all the southeast, you should just consider whether you are playing game, whether you are doing anything, consider losing anything south, anything southeast. You can't get even 10,000 votes, just like what Kubana said. It's a disgrace that the Fulanis who we are accusing that arrested Nnamdi Kanu couldn't do that. They are not using the Yoruba judge. Look at it now. And they are measuring the Yoruba people. They are measuring the Tinubu government. Why? Why can't you do that? Aboki love themselves. Fulani love themselves. So somebody you saw with gun that killed so many people, that burned their houses. You gave him 20 years.
20 years. He was involved in many terror attacks.
A Fulani.
Yes.
And I believe that judge is a Fulani judge.
Only ISWAP leader. He's leader of the group that killed Brigadier General Uba.
Yes. So now, a man, that what you are trying to do, Tinubu is trying to seize our voice.
Seize our voice.
Yes. If you come out and say, no. If we say they'll charge you for treason.
Treason.
It's not good. See, when I heard this news yesterday, I weep.
Well,
I thought my son should start coming back because you have given power to those who are killing. If the North, the Fulanis are killing the North, they will not say IPOB. So you have given room. Those that were preparing, happy to go back to Christmas, you have denied them. They can't go. They can't travel. Those, the Yoruba or no indigenous who are there, they have to come back. Even the government facility there is not safe. I can learn some governor yesterday putting more men, security men in their houses. That means panicking everywhere. It did not panicking. It is not panicking. It is southeast panicking. South panicking. Killing everywhere. And you have, instead of you, I don't know what kind of government do we have. Bola Tinubu is so wicked. Using machinery. Using wicked to destroy opposition. Using church to destroy those who are shouting that they want to have their freedom. And you sentence life imprisonment. Tomorrow, you will not come. Maybe you will not come. It might be again. Say, okay, I pardon you. You know, so that the South-East and South can go for you. It might be again. Tell the judge, just give you life sentence. But people start crying. He will not say, I pardon you. Give a pardon. You know, are you aware? It might happen. So for me, we the Nigeria people, we condemn this judgment He can't stand. I think
he has been sentenced, you know.
They have to appeal.
Yes.
Yes, he has to appeal. And do things I've told you. Listen. The president might come tomorrow and say, I pardon you. Go for freedom. Those governors, all these governors, they cannot governance people for Tinubu to win even one state because of this kind of thing. Nnamdi Kanu command respect in Southeast, South, about the Nigerians. Now, why? When you come for business, you see an Igbo man, Yoruba man doing business. But when you come for politics, this kind of thing, Yoruba man close their eye against them. Why? No, really, see it. Now, tribalism has come in. Hatred has come in. To only love people their money. But when you come for this kind of thing, I expect Tinubu to say, go in peace. And let there be peace.
To go in peace.
Yeah, let there be peace. I didn't see anything. Did you see them carry gun? Somebody you saw.
To the court, I've read what the count charges against him.
Well, how this guy charges just
that.
Did you see him? Did you meet him in the art? Did you meet that person in the art? The person hold on. The person you met in the art, you gave him 20 years imprisonment.
I gave them the order to sit at home in the east.
Is it the one giving them order to sit at home? Do you mean government and Nnamdi Kanu? Nnamdi Kanu have power more than the government. Are you getting me? The people have just say, I have right to stay in my house. I have right to stay in my house to protest. That's house protest. If they want to protest, I stay in my house.
Members of the public to kill Nigerian security officers.
It's a lie.
It's a lie.
It's a lie. They just form on these things. Those who are killing, they arrested, army arrested, and put them in society park. Did they give them life imprisonment? It's wrong. The judgment is wrong.
It's wrong.
This Christmas, we have no money, we have nothing. We just want to manage to celebrate. He have derailed us. Tinubu has derailed us because he's a Muslim. He's a Muslim. A Muslim doesn't like good things. Doesn't like good things. If the Southeast are happy, everybody will be happy. I'm telling you the truth. If they are sad, all of us will be sad. All the goods they're supposed to buy, everybody is money. That judgment is rubbish judgment. It's derailing Nigeria. Those who are killing, you are not judging them. Those who are just protesting, you want to silence everybody so that nobody will come up and say, I want my freedom. That's what Tinubu have done. It's wrong.
It's wrong. Okay? Viewers, as you're watching now, like and share. As you are watching now, like this program and share to others. GOA, Lucky, make sure you give Kunle Wotowoto today as usual, okay?
I'm going there.
Daniel,
I'm going there.
I'm Daniel, watching from Paraku, Republic of Benin. It's very shameful that Tinubu, who once said that Nigeria is not one, can watch this kind of judgment, okay? Uche na Victor, good morning to you all. God bless you all. Amen. You're welcome. Like this program as you're watching now. Like and share. Like and share this program. Mr. Lucky, let me take you on this.
Yes.
Okay. It is here on the paper. Governor Ali, Reverend Governor. You know he's a Reverend Father. He's a man of God. General of God, Minister of God. Governor Aliyah, Reverend Father Aliyah, the governor of Benue State. He said there is nothing like Christian genocide in Benue. This was the same Benue that 200 people were massacred. This man of God, the leader of that particular state, said no genocide in my state.
He's a APC governor.
APC
what do you
governor.
expect to say? Yes. He's a political pastor, a prostitute pastor, a political pastor, a APC a governor. What do you expect you to say? He's the side of Tinubu. So how can you say no genocide? Where even Tinubu visit the place, condole the family of those people that died, and look at the corpse. They covered them with leaves. Everybody saw it. All Nigeria was mourning that very day. And a leader, a governor, a pastor. Don't you see anybody? I can call myself a pastor. I get to me. I can call myself a pastor. I can organize a crusade and say I'm a bishop. So, no really push up. You know the really ones. You know the truth one. That one is a political, diabolic pastors, a political pastor under APC. What they expected to say, he has lost his value. He cannot even come second time. They will vote him out because he's a blood thriller. He's a killer. For you, something happened in your state. Before you become a governor, there's a series of killing. Plateau, Bedouin, everyday killing. Today, you are denying no genocide. That kind of person, if Trump come to Nigeria, supposed to be the first person to arrest and answer some questions. As a leader of that state that is denying there's no genocide. So for me, they have lost Nigerian government. The governors of this state have lost it. Even all the governors in Southeast, they have lost it. They are killers.
All the governors?
Yes. I didn't expect them to believe this judgment. They're supposed to fight for their person. Nnamdi did not carry a gun. Those who carry gun for Benue are be free. How can somebody that born everywhere, a leader of Israel, you have been given 20 years imprisonment after spending 3 years? That means going to spend 17 years. You are not giving life to Nnamdi. It's a sad judgment. Nigerians mood today are angry that this Tinubu is there to seize our voice. Tinubu is there to want us to talk. Tinubu is there if you are fighting for your freedom. In every corner, before you know, they will lay charges on your head. For me, I think this judgment, barbaric, this judgment is rubbish. This judgment, we condemn it. This judgment is against the Christians. When you have president, a Muslim, you have vice president, a Muslim, all the ministers, most of them are Muslim. That means Christian is in trouble. Christian is in trouble. So for me, that governor of Benue State is a nonsense governor. He's not a pastor. He's not a bishop. He just covered himself as a pastor. Use it to gain the power. Today, he has messed up that genocide in Nigeria, that genocide in Benue. For me, Edo people, Asian people, Uromi people, we condemn this judgment.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Let me bring in Mr. Asa and Mr. Lawrence this lovely morning. He was here first. Mr. Lawrence was here first.
Yes.
So, it's fine. Jin Young, how Southerners must protect their sons. We can clear our difference later. Emeka Ike, oh my goodness, that's great news. You welcome, my dear brother. May God always be with you. Say the truth. Jin Young, it is pure injustice and disgraceful. Jin Young, let's concentrate on condemning the judgment together and ask for his release and not personal. Viewers, as you are watching now, like and share this program to others. Like and share to others. Good morning, Mr. Asa and Mr. Lawrence.
Good morning, Rashid. Good morning to all our viewers. King Joe Oba, Mr. Tudo Kafo, Dr. Kwoje, T-Billion, Gladys Onyabo, et beaucoup d'autres, même nos amis qui nous suivent. Vous êtes en train de nous suivre à Lyon, en France, et vous qui êtes au Gabon, nous sommes en famille. Que Dieu vous bénisse tous.
Good morning, Mr. Lawrence.
Good morning to have me here this morning, and good morning our viewers on Twitter, man.
Let's start from here. As you are watching now, like and share. As you are watching now, like and share to others. The court that found guilty, that found Kanu guilty, 7 count charges. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. After 10 years of his arrest, that's from the BBC News. I'm reading from the BBC News. The court has found Kanu guilty of 7 count charges. Now, I'll read them out. I've read it out before. I would like to read it out again. Count 1. Nnamdi Kanu commits act of terrorism against Nigeria by making broadcasts with intention to intimidate the population. And penalty for this is life imprisonment. Count 2. Nnamdi Kanu commits act of terrorism against Nigeria by making broadcasts with intention to threaten members of the public with sit-at-home order. Penalty for this is also life imprisonment. That is 2. Count 3. Nnamdi Kanu made broadcasts that declare himself as member and leader of the IPOB group that the federal government of Nigeria has banned. Penalty for this is 20 years imprisonment with no option of fine. Count 4 and 5. Nnamdi Kanu made broadcast that encourages members of the public to kill Nigerian security officers. Penalty for this is also life imprisonment. Count 6. Nnamdi Kanu made broadcast that encourages members of the public to burn down every federal government facility in Lagos that led to major economic loss to the federal government. Penalty for this is also life imprisonment. Count 7. Nnamdi Kanu imported radio transmitter known as Tram 50L and hide it in a container in a local government area in Anambra State. Penalty for this is 5 years jail time with no option of fine. Do you see him guilty of all this crime? Let's start from there.
To start with him, Mr. Rashid, the problem of Nnamdi Kanu is political. It's a political problem. That's how political problem used to be. Obasanjo was a freedom fighter. He was detained in a custody by Abacha, isn't it? After that, he came out and become Nigerian president for second time. It's a political issue. Nelson Mandela was charged with all sorts of charges in South Africa for fighting against apartheid. While he was fighting, the president of Gabon, Africans rejected diplomatic relationship with South Africa. But Umar Bongo was having diplomatic relationship with South Africa and many others. And after all that, Nelson Mandela came out and became the president of South Africa. The problem of Nnamdi Kanu is a political problem.
Political problem.
Thomas Sankara in Burkina Faso was killed, I will say, by France. They utilized somebody to kill him. After that, he resurrected. I don't believe in reincarnation, but another young man, Ibrahim Traoré, came out and they cut off Burkina Faso from France and become president that set their country free. He's a freedom fighter. And since then, they have been chasing him up and down. They want to slaughter him. It doesn't work until now. Lumumba was killed. So you have so many freedom fighters. What Nnamdi Kanu is facing is what freedom fighters used to face. It's not strange.
Freedom fighters used to face.
It's a political problem. It's a political problem that Nnamdi Kanu is facing. That's only the name of it. If Nnamdi Kanu wanted to be free, he would have compromised, renounced in his self-determination. He will be free, even free, more than those who think they are free. All the charges you could hear or you can hear, those charges can even stop today. If Nnamdi Kanu say, let me, So all this is a proof that Nnamdi Kanu is a sincere freedom fighter.
A sincere freedom fighter.
And he, being a sincere freedom fighter, I don't compare him with Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ is greater than whomever is great. Jesus Christ was coming to this world to free people, to deliver us, from captivity, from slavery, in which Satan, introduced us. He came to deliver us. When coming from heaven to here, he knew what will happen to him as a freedom fighter. Satan arrested him, jailed him, killed him, but he triumphed because he resurrected and become very, very great. Nnamdi Kanu case is a political case. So some people are talking here and there. It's political. Don't be surprised, but the assurance is this. They will not kill Nnamdi Kanu.
They will not kill him.
They will not do him anything. He's only in detention. The issue is political. And another thing is this. I will be happy if Nnamdi Kanu is the only problem that Nigeria have. I will be happy if his major problem, as he is jailed now. Let me see Nigerian problem finish. Let Nigerians start to rejoice. Let us never hear about kidnapping again. Let us never hear about new terrorists from North. Let us never hear that thousands of people came out with Okada, with bike, to negotiate with the government. Terrorists negotiating with the government. Let us never hear it again. 25 students that were kidnapped, yes. Let them be released. Army General, the terrorists killed, let him resurrect. We need him, and his family need him. Let the problem of Nigeria finish today. That's all.
Okay.
If Nnamdi Kanu, but if the problem of Nigeria keep on, if terrorists keep on attacking, if kidnapping is on, if all our forests kidnappers detain Nigerian citizens everywhere, taxing them 100 million for them to be released under the watch of people that are here,
100 million.
People that are here to protect us.
Billion naira.
If all that is still on and on, know that problem of Nigeria is not finished. Nigeria have to look for what is their problem. I don't think that by then I will say their problem is not.
No, reading pastor saying a spiritual problem.
And reading pastor who say is a spiritual problem. I've been repeating it. Reading pastor, you said it's a spiritual problem. You yourself, you are spirit. And as you are spirit, the problem is not finished. It means it's not spiritual.
Okay. Age of Focus. I knew MNK's case ended the way it did. I like the way he insulted them at the court and showed strength and defense in the midst of the enemies. He said, he faced the lawyers and said, you, God will punish you now and forever. Do you see the video? See the video. GOA, the vehicle with siren is rushing to rescue the girls in Kebbi. Congratulations. Honor Iroma, bonjour, depuis le Gabon, God help you.
Bonjour, mon frère.
Christian Okorie, please, all the senators representing Southeastern should resign immediately. Go back to their regions to defend themselves. Daniel Oha, my brother Tinubu has sent Nigeria back to. I just came back from Germany. Could you believe that at the airport, someone saw my passport and said to me, so you are from the terrorist country? That one will be bad though.
No, it's not the first person that said this kind of words.
It's not the first person.
Nigeria passport is a scam.
Nigeria is known and have been declared. Okay, you know it.
The judgment is against the Christians in Nigeria.
Yes.
Diamond TV.
Yeah, Diamond TV.
I also condemn Igbo leaders and businessmen asking for sentencing to life. Young, all Southerners must protect their sons. We can clear our differences aside. Okay. Nearly honor, this is the same problem with BBC and Trump. GOA, redeemed pastor get spiritual problem. Good morning, Mr. Lawrence.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning, our viewers. My name is Mr. Lawrence.
Viewers, as you're watching now, like and share this program to others.
The Biafran guy at Ogba.
You have it?
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. Like and share to others as you're watching now.
The Biafran guy. What I want to say now, let all the Biafrans, the Holy Boso,
speak out.
To have one mind.
One mind.
And to speak one language. To sentence Nnamdi Kanu, yesterday I said that Nnamdi Kanu is a great man and he's a leader of indigenous of Biafra and he's still my mentor. Whatever I want to be, let him be. Before Nnamdi Kanu started the struggle, you know, in and out and everything. You asked me a question yesterday that did I have faith that they will release Nnamdi Kanu? I tell you yesterday that Nnamdi Kanu already know the rule and regulation about this struggle before I enter inside it. I mentioned 14. Are you Biafra? Exile, life imprisonment, or die. This is the fourth thing about a freedom fighter. And we see that what Nigeria is looking for since how many years? Since 10 years. Yesterday is the last judgment.
Yesterday was last judgment.
And to tell you that the whole Biafrans, the whole Igbos, to need to sit up like a bunch of broom. When they type one broom, it can easily to break the broom. But when they bring a bunch of broom tied together, it cannot break it. Except he use knife or any sharp object to start breaking it one by one. A Biafra is a group of people leading by our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and all the Igbos and Africans. They are happy to have the kind of man as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as a leader. He delivered men African now because of what? What example Mazi Nnamdi Kanu shows. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu don't carry any gun. You didn't see him with a gun.
We didn't see with gun.
Nothing.
But in one of
and
these
he see, forget the can charges, not today. But the funny thing that my brother, let me tell you one thing. I see thank God for social media. I say, I see thank God for social. If not social media, what is Ahmed Tulumbu and Omotosho did? Last week I said the same word before this end. I said, not allow Ahmed Tulumbu and this man to cause the biggest problem between Igbo and the Yorubas.
Igbos and the Yorubas.
And that's the reason why I said thank God for social media. You see in the media and many people, the Yorubas already condemned the judgment. Who crucified Nnamdi Kanu? Ahmed Tinubu from where? Southwest. Is the sitting president of Nigeria. Who be the judge of Nigeria?
James Omotosho.
Omotosho. From where?
Southwest.
Southwest. But you see that if not social media, that people still listen that there's millions of Yorubas that condemn this judgment. Do you think that in future, Igbo and Yoruba can have common thing to do? That's why I said thank God for social media. If you saw just ordinary AIT, TVs and everything, your children and my children, if you see ourselves tomorrow, see that kind of judgment today, do you think that my children will happy for your children? Because you will say, Omo Yoruba, I crucify Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But thank God for social media. It open eyes of everybody. Millions of people to show that the injustice they are coming for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Millions of Nigerians, it's not only Igbos. Millions of Nigerians condemn the injustice. Now, my happiness now, let me go straight now. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the only problem of Nigeria, and the Samanekwa is the only problem of Nigeria, maybe I think that by this time now, Nigeria is supposed to start to drink champagne along the streets.
Yes.
If that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, my man, my mentor, I respect that man till tomorrow. Even though if he died for this struggle, I will still respect him. If it's Samanekwa, two of them is the problem of Nigeria. Nigeria is supposed to continue now, they drink champagne every day. But unfortunately, before today go round up, you will see here another backstory coming up from different states of Nigeria. And I'm still telling you that, my brother, let everybody, most people that say in Nigeria, in Lagos State, that claim that there is security in Lagos State. When you are sleeping, use one eye, sleep. Don't use two eyes. Because the honor of the Nigeria is already coming up to take the control of the Nigeria. We know them, the Fulanis.
The Fulanis.
And they are serious for their business. Because the man that bring their nyash out, the man that bring them out and tell them the kind of people there is, now they already conclude to jail Mazi Nnamdi Kanu life imprisonment. That's the reason why you see Mazi Nnamdi. If you are the Mazi Nnamdi, I don't think that you can have that patience. Maybe by this time you already kill one judges for court. But Mazi Nnamdi can control himself and say, let me carry all the whole blame. I see that many people that are blaming Mazi Nnamdi, you cannot defend yourself. When you see that everything is already red, my brother, stand and focus and believe that you're already in the danger of the demons.
Okay, let me take you on this. I don't think maybe you should have been calm in that court.
Listen, I said that if you are Mazi Nnamdi, he cannot relate what is happening in the Nigerian court. My brother, let me tell you one thing. I said that God know that I don't have the grace to be a freedom fighter and I don't have the materials. I cannot have patience like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
You cannot have patience like him.
As a freedom fighter. He's the only man that endure with after kidnapping and everything, with all the whole challenges that are coming. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu still endure to the last judgment. Did Mazi Nnamdi Kanu slap anybody for court? To show you that the man is a calm man and the real a freedom fighter. That's the reason why the millions of Nigerians, millions of Africans, and people in the diaspora do what? Love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I didn't see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu one day, but when I listen to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's speech, give me joy. And I take her as my leader, and I will continue to take her as my leader.
Benaduze, yes, there is injustice in Nigeria about the Igbo, but Justice Omotosho, Tinubu are not Fulani. Benaduze, the Igbo should stop waiting for America to rescue them. Mind you, MK is a British citizen. What did the British do about the case? The Igbo sentenced MK, not Omotosho. Emeka Ike, that's great, my dear brother. My name is Emeka Ike. I'm still with you all from Imo State. The local government lives in Togo. My dear brother, say everything. Trust me, God will help you for all you're doing. God knows, okay? Hello guys, good morning, welcome. When I do say good morning guys, you're welcome.
I do say good morning.
Igbo or lovers of Kanu should feel bad because this case is going nowhere. Especially now that the Americans has got involved. Tinubu being an illegitimate president will be pissing. Okay, reading parts of it get spiritual problem. That's GOA saying that. Viewers, as you are watching, like and share to others. Like and share to others. Mr. Asa.
Yes.
You said earlier. Okay, Jackie Win. It's clear that Nigeria is not for Igbo man. That they are coming very soon. Everybody should be ready and defend themselves.
Yes.
We get out, please. MK, he said it already. Okay. Let me take you on this, Mr. Asa. You said earlier that this man has not been found with maybe any weapon, gun or AK-47, maybe what's it called, bazooka.
Chakapu.
Okay. Benaduze, they have used Shore protest to express the judgment of MNK. Okay. Let me take you on this, Mr. Asa. Mr. Lawrence said this man has not been found. They have not found gun on him. He also said something that he has not killed anyone. But according to count 4 and 5 of the charges against him, it is here that Nnamdi Kanu made a broadcast. Viewers, listen attentively. According to count 4 and 5, Nnamdi Kanu made a broadcast that encourages members of the public to kill, to buy Nigeria security officers. What do you have to say about this?
Rashid, let me answer your question and come in with another thing. I'm not a smoker. I don't smoke Igbo. I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't drink alcohol. And I'm not intend to do that. And Rashid will come and tell me, Mr. Seasa, this is Igbo. Smoke Igbo. It will open your eye. It will make you to be powerful. It will make you to be. And I pick Igbo and start to smoke. They come and arrest you. They leave me that offend the law. They come and arrest you and say you are the one who told him to smoke Igbo. People have said several things. They said it with your mouth. If I say now, I'm going to kill myself, I said it, but I've never killed myself. And finally, I didn't kill myself. Rashid, you have decided to marry a woman. I want to marry this girl. I will marry this girl. And finally, another person go and marry the girl. You simply say it. You did not do it. When you are held ready-handed for something you committed, you can be jailed for what you committed. If I carry knife, go and slaughter a person, they arrest me, I say Rashid is send me. I don't know which law will come and arrest Rashid. I am the killer. I will face the charges. There was a judgment that I followed. A man said, I will burn this shop. He told the owner of the shop, I will burn this shop. And the person who hates the owner of the shop, true, went and burned the shop. The other one said, I will burn it. And after, he repented and said, I have nothing to do. And another person went and they went and arrested the person who said, I will burn the shop. The person said, yes, so I said it, but I repented, I didn't do it. But I appreciate the Western world. They went into research and finally noticed and discovered that the person that says he will burn the shop is not the person that burned it. Investigation. But in Africa, I'm talking about Africa, when something happens, they will come and hijack everybody. Let's say people fought here now. Before you know it, they will hijack even people that are going to their work peacefully. And they may not arrest the people who fought. If Nnamdi Kanu utter a word, you can be angry and say anything, but you didn't do it. Another person go and do it. Nnamdi Kanu is not the chief of army staff of Nigeria that will command the soldiers to go and do. He's not even a governor. He's not a president. He was out of the country. A citizen of British will be telling you what you will do inside Nigeria. What about your own government, Rashid? So Rashid, if Prince Charles in UK tell you start to kill your brothers here, you will start to kill them. And Nigerian government will go and arrest Prince Charles. Lie. Nobody will do that. For me, it's a surprise to hear that a person says something and you go arrest him in Kenya because he said something. For me, I stand to be corrected.
Can I say something here?
I stand to be corrected. Somebody said something and that person is in Kenya. You go and carry him. You say you said something. Is he the chief of army commander? No. Is he a governor? No. People that are killing, why are you killing? Who sent you? I think the killers should be arrested. This person uttered a word. That's I say I stand to be corrected. That's my opinion. But to tell you another thing that is surprising me, there's one thing that is surprising me. Africa has suffered too much. It's not that Africa don't have wise people. Oyibo people in the name of colonization came and invaded Africa. They used that opportunity and killed all our wise men. All our strong and wise men were killed. The people who would have carried on Africa and help Africa to live well. They killed them all. And they took moribunds to Oyibo land and trained them in their school of Oyibo land. And they have agreements with them on how to exploit Africa. Since then, they are being exploited. Citizens are suffering. I say, why must our wise men be killed like that? Why our wise men must be jailed? Why our wise men don't always gain freedom? People will stand and a phone call will be made from Britain, from all over. Don't allow that wise man to go. It happened to Gaddafi. Libyans were living very well during the time of Gaddafi. And they decide to wise Gaddafi. They killed him. He even said, take me to court. But the person that killed him received order to kill him, not allow him to go to court. Because he wanted to go to court and open the Anyash, the secret of Western world with Africa. Because of that, the instructions say, kill him without taking him to court. And they killed him without, and nothing happened. Libyans are crying today. Africa, why our leaders, why our wise one will be dying in the name of law holding them? But the thieves from all over Western world that are exploiting and reducing Africa are life enjoying themselves. Thank God for Ibrahim Traoré. Why should wise men of Africa die? More especially, why should people will come out from Hausa land, from Yoruba land, they will say Igbo don't have leader. But whenever a leader of Igbo come, he will have all charges, either prison or they will, kill him. Ojukwu did not die natural death. It's, accumulation of all what happened when he wanted to free his people. That is what killed Ojukwu. And since then, Igbo nation have never had any leader at all. Igbo nation lack leader. They have never gotten a leader. People are laughing at them that you don't have leader. But now they have a leader. In the person of Mazen Nnamdi is the leader of Igbo land. That young man that they call Nnamdi, when he speaks, peace, all Igbo youth will just stand and say, according to your order, leader. It's not all this Fulani that they put everywhere. Thank God for Alesoti. He's trying his best. God will help Igbo people. Igbo nation will stand.
Okay. I love Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. God bless Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and all Biafrans and Igbos. Good morning, Flip TV. You're welcome. That's the honor. For that time, Obi, Nigeria judiciary system. Nigeria judiciary is a shame, and Tinubu should hide his face in shame. History will always be remembered. Oguntade Shehu, Papa Bonjour. My own take on the judgment on Kanu. Most Igbo people are looking more cowards for not to have supported Kanu with full force. By now, the whole place should have known what that it's wrong, okay? Bukwaji, I may offend some people here. It is unfortunate that Tinubu and his men have done to Indigo. The similar thing Awolowo did to Indigo during the Civil War. Food blockade to the east to starve Ido. Ejo for Chris, Omotosho looked stupid reading the sentence that was written for him. I like as they have sentenced Kanu, it will to create more disunity in the country, and that is what we need to divide the country. When I do say, they have used Shore protest to expect judgment of MNK. Nearly honor, God bless Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, okay? Mr. Long, let me take you on this. As you are watching our viewers, like and share this program to others. Like and share this program to others. You said the other time that there was no weapon found on him, Abi. They has not killed anyone. That was what you said, Abi. But according to the Federal High Court in Abuja, under Justice James Omotosho, 7 count charges against this man, leader of the IPOB, Kanu. Counts 4 and 5 says Nnamdi Kanu made a broadcast that encourages members of the public to kill Nigerian security officers, and the penalty is life imprisonment.
What is your former president Buhari tell Mr. Jonathan when he's president of Nigeria?
He will make his government ungovernable, and he keep on moving free.
Answer that question, or our viewers ask, what is your former president of Nigeria that rule you 80 years that tell former president of Nigeria, Jonathan?
He said he will make the government ungovernable, and
what happened?
And executed it.
He said he will make
They didn't judge Buhari. No, you don't read time of Omo Igbo. Omo Igbo rule buruku niye. Yala, yeah. You don't reach their own turn. The leader of the indigenous of Biafra. Now you don't reach your own turn. Now they bring the countings. See the counter. You know the funny thing about Nigeria, they want to know the past 700 Boko Haram repented, joined Nigerian military. 700 Boko Haram they arrested. Now 7 charges. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Everything na 7-7. Then go hear them. Don't go hear them. When you live the truth, you are pursuing shadow. This is my language. You live the reality, you are pursuing shadow. Answers. Is it Mazen Nnamdi Kanu cause answers?
According to the federal.
No, I'm asking. Listen, forget this federal government. Did the Mazen Nnamdi Kanu cause answers? Did the Mazen Nnamdi Kanu command the whole Nigeria to start answers? Which they start answer for Southeast? Then start. Oh my brother, listen. Then start these answers from Lagos State before Southeast. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu didn't control anything answers in Lagos State. Did the Mazen Nnamdi Kanu command the youth of Nigeria to paint Nigeria flag? Nigeria flag red. Innocent blood that wasted in time of answers. Did the Mazen Nnamdi command the Nigeria Security Agency or Senator or the governor to seize food that sent for the citizens of Nigeria at the time of coronavirus? My brother, listen, the worst atrocity you can commit in the world to deny food for your people.
For count 6 of this charge, he said, Nnamdi Kanu made a broadcast that encourages members of the public to burn down every federal government facility in Lagos. That led to major economic loss to federal government.
Nnamdi Kanu.
That was
Nnamdi Kanu encouraged that kind of thing.
Let's burn down every
government. Sometimes when we are still light always sweet
and
for mouth. And the
penalty is life imprisonment.
Why you no give your former president life imprisonment? Where die? Why, Buhari? Why?
That say you make government ungovernable.
Eh? Why? The people that are killing the citizens of Nigeria in daily basis, see, that went for one state, kill over 200 and something people. 200 and something people. Why? He didn't arrest those people and give them life imprisonment. And they are still tapping justice for them to give them amnesty. To kill the citizens of Nigeria on daily basis. And your Mr. President and all the old church pastors that call themselves man of God cannot come outside and say against what is happening in Nigeria. And you see what a useless human being call himself a man of God will come America and tell them nothing like genocide Christian in Nigeria. Let me tell one thing now. The Christian of Nigeria is the number one problem we have in this country.
The Christians.
Yes, I can say it anytime, any moment. The Christian we have in this country is the problem we are having. They are the terrorists we have in this nation, except they change to tomorrow.
The Christians or the pastors?
Not the Christian pastors.
Yes,
Pastors.
the leaders. The leaders.
They are pastors, not Christians.
This is the problem we are passing. You will see them. You will see them when they want to vote, when they want to do election, they start going different churches. Different churches. Different churches. That's why I said that let all the holy Igbos have strong mind.
Okay.
Faith.
Someone asked a question. Please say why everyone is crying for Nnamdi Kanu? What of people that Kanu killed by his I can't this thing. The people what about the people he has killed in Southeast?
Which people that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu killed? My brother, if you don't know what you are saying, better just keep quiet. The Nnamdi Kanu didn't kill anybody.
He did not kill anybody.
He didn't kill anybody.
But saying,
and since they arrest Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, you are seeing genocide in the Southeast. The Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is causing the genocide. What is governor of Imo State said? He said Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is innocent. What is happening in Imo State? I'm not a governor of Imo State. Number one citizen of Imo State, Ozodemba, or Ozodemba, whatever his name is, tell the whole world that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is innocent. No governor in the southeast, even though the sitting governor of Anambra State now say, even though if you release Nnamdi Kanu, kidnapping or killing.
That's Soludo, right?
Soludo, he said this, even though if you release Nnamdi Kanu, what is happening in Anambra State will continue happening. Anambra State is the only state in Nigeria that kidnapped their governor twice.
But see this same Soludo,
There is a Nnamdi Kanu, it's not Nnamdi Kanu. Why is somebody saying that Nnamdi Kanu kill people in the southeast?
this same Soludo, he said he wants to meet with Nnamdi Kanu and ask him that which Igbos want to leave Nigeria, because according to him, Igbos are not ready to leave Nigeria. That he wants to ask him.
Soludo, the sitting governor of Anambra State, you are confirmed machinery from Fulani Janjaweed. Soludo is machinery for Fulanis, and they need to complete the assignment. And whatever Soludo is doing is what their master said. The same thing what is happening in Edo State. A governor that come outside and tell you that if you know we are Tinubu cap,
Yes,
it cannot. It cannot.
You go face penalty.
He will pay penalty or they collect your contract. Look at program they did yesterday in Edo State for farmers. You see all of them wear Tinubu cap. To show you that the government is working the instruction of what? For federal. If you not agree for my law, it step down. That's exactly what happened in the River State again. A sitting governor, they remove him. Till 6 months after everything, they bring it back to show you that everything about Nigeria, everything is like a pig. A pig. I'm very disappointed that I see myself inside this country.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Let me bring him in.
I'm coming, please.
Okay.
That's the reason we always say that 95% of Nigeria, the youth, if you have the opportunity to japa, no hope for this called Nigeria. The only man that give us hope now, you see how the justice come up. Only man can give youth hope, the face that they can see little life in Nigeria. They already jail it, life imprisonment. What did that man commit? Talking to a person like me, if I match policeman, my own go be forever and ever. Nobody will remember me because nobody knows me. That is the truth. Injustice in Nigeria is very, very bad.
Okay. You are still, both of you are still here. He's going out. You just want to talk for a few minutes.
Yeah, I want to go out.
Both of you are here now. Good morning, Mr. Authentic.
Good morning, my brother.
Benaduze Lawrence moved to Ghana for his start. Okay. Age for quiz. Frank Prince, your question makes you look stupid and devoid of common sense. It is people like you that will believe that there is no Christians genocide in Nigeria. Ukwoji, Tinubu and his Yoruba gang have widened the already existing disunity between the Igbos and the Yorubas. This is supposed to be an opportunity for the dialogue with ourselves, whether to be together or not. Igbo people are the one doing themselves. This is known fact. Igbo people should wake up and let's talk. Frank Prince, okay, I've heard it before. As you're watching now, like and share this program to others. Viewers, as you're watching, like this program and share to others. I've read this before. I would like to read it again because some are just joining us now. Okay, now 7 Nnamdi Kanu is found guilty of 7 count charges that involves terrorism. According to the Federal High Court sitting at Abuja under Justice James Omotosho, 7 count charges. Now, number 1, Nnamdi Kanu commits act of terrorism against Nigeria by making broadcasts with intention to intimidate the population. Penalty for this is life imprisonment. Now, count 2, Nnamdi Kanu commits act of terrorism against Nigeria by making broadcasts with intention to threaten members of the public with sit-at-home order in the southeast. Penalties for this is also life imprisonment. Count 3, Nnamdi Kanu made broadcasts that declared himself as member and leader of IPOB, group that the federal government of Nigeria has once banned. Penalty for this is 20 years imprisonment with no option of fine. Penalty count 4 and 5. Nnamdi Kanu made broadcasts that encourages members of the public to kill Nigerian security officers. Penalty for this is also life imprisonment. Count 6. Nnamdi Kanu made broadcast that encourages members of the public to burn down every federal government facility in Lagos State that led to major economic loss to federal government. Penalty of this is also life imprisonment. Count 7, which is last count charges against him. Nnamdi Kanu imported radio transmitter known as Cam 50L, that is Radio Biafra, and hid it inside a container in a local government area in Anambra State. Penalty for this is 5 years jail term with no option of fine. What can you say about what is on ground?
All these are fabricated stories.
Fabricated stories.
All these are fabricated as far as I am concerned. That he is making a broadcast. What does it mean? What does it? How do he affect Nigerians? He's making his own broadcast. How does he affect Nigerians? He even virtually is telling Nigerians, telling the world what Nigerians are doing. Nigerians are full of evil.
Full of evil.
Nigerians are full of evil. They don't know, they don't do the right thing. It's only the negative way they follow. That is why they compile all these things to nail Nnamdi Kanu. All these things you are saying, they are all fabricated stories being given to James Omotosho, to nail that young guy. The same Nigeria court give this, with all these count charges, they gave this guy, the young man, the charge are acquitted. They went and hold him back again. What am I trying to tell you, people? Look, jailing Nnamdi Kanu is not an issue. Jailing is not an issue. Jailing him now, all this counter that Nnamdi Kanu told Nigerians to be burning station, Nnamdi Kanu, Nnamdi Kanu orchestrated or engineered what is happening, or the terrorists that are happening in the north. Is it Nnamdi Kanu that he tell them? All the bandits in the north, is it Nnamdi Kanu that organized them and gave them gun? Yes, they are now going to see the second phase.
Second phase.
They are now going to see the second phase. And I tell you, actually, I always say it that even if you kill Nnamdi Kanu, it will not stop the agitation. It will never stop the agitation. It will not stop the agitation. Look at me. I am old enough. I am aging. I was not born during Biafra war. I was born after the war. This life we are living is a mystery. Life is a spirit. When Ojukwu fought war, I was not there. But I came to life, I see it. The anger is still in me. That we want to go our own separate way. Even our children unborn, they are there. They still want, even if they come on earth, they will still tell you they want to go their separate way. You cannot stop agitation except you give us our freedom. Let us go. That is it. Jailing him, jailing Ekpa, jailing anybody. If you like, we have thousands and thousands of Nnamdi Kanu. Thousands. Just give it a twinkle of an eye, another person will emerge. Another person will emerge. Then we know how many people will jail. Except, what causes all this? What causes all this all these things? Is it not abnormality they are doing? Is it not injustice? In 60s, when Nigeria was moving well, everything is okay. Nobody's crying. But when they started their injustice, that is when, if you take your own, you will not allow me to take my own. That is why we say we want to go our own.
Okay, but let's say, authentic, are you going to take from where MNK stopped?
Yes.
That will you take the agitation from where it stopped?
If I did not take it, another person will take it. If I have my way, I will take it. I will do more than Nnamdi Kanu. Yes. If I have my way, I will do more than what Nnamdi Kanu did. But even if I don't do it, so many other people, they are piling down. They are there, waiting.
For the opportunity to,
I am telling you, let it be a signal to Nigerians. What they did is an injustice. And with this an injustice, you cannot use an injustice to piece a particular set of people. You cannot use an injustice to appease them because you jail them and they can, so that everybody will be happy. No, they cannot be happy. Another person will still emerge, except you give them that justice.
Okay. Toyin Emmanuel Dafidi, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is coming out stronger. Biafra is dead in that judgment. I am today for saying, hey, this second time. Who called the agitation for freedom is a fundamental right of everybody, both locally and internationally. When I do say authentic, is it the Nigeria that is evil or the people? Frank Prince, Nnamdi Kanu have a cause. Have caused a lot of problems in the southeast. By the time it will be, if the Nigerian government want to know the Biafra is serious, let them conduct a referendum.
Nnamdi Kanu has not caused any problem. He has not caused any problem in this house. It is only the politicians that caused that problem, not Nnamdi Kanu. When he organized ESN, they were working peacefully to checkmate the atrocities of the Fulani Janjaweeds. That is why he formed ESN, and they were working in accordance. All of a sudden, the Janjaweeds, the leaders of the Fulani, then infiltrated by the mind of our leaders, our politicians, by plotting them, by plotting those that did not win election. That is how all these things came up. But people that were revoking, they start killing them. It is the politicians that caused the mayhem that is happening in the southeast, not Nnamdi Kanu. It is the politicians. Okay. I tell you.
Let me take you on this last one before I continue with two of these reviewers here. Mukwaji, Nigeria only played game in that judgment so that it will use pardon to release him later. Okay. Aweme Daniel.
Yeah. I foresee what you are saying strongly. Even in my spirit, I was convinced that they play game to use pardon, maybe this man, because I know actually they have appealed to this man to withdraw or to drop this agitation so that he will be released, and he said no. So this is a kind of game. But if they do not do it, I will tell you, another person will still come up, and you will see another phase of this kind of insecurity and the rest of them.
Aweme Daniel. Good morning, Mr. Rashid. Judiciary has failed us. Also, what about Mr. Raphael? It has been a while. I see him on this program. He's not here. Ukwaji, Nigeria only played game in that judgment so that it will use pardon as I've read it before. I am today for saying good morning to Mr. Rashid and others. Joseph Eze, is it must to be one Nigeria? Okay. Now let me take you on this last one. The last 2 months, 3 months, a month ago, we always see it on the paper. The opposite of the man will say, we are pleading with the federal government on the case of Nnamdi Kanu. Same thing with Soludo, we say we are pleading with the federal government on the case of Nnamdi Kanu. Same thing with the governor of Abia State, Alex Oti. They all say they are pleading with the federal government on the case of Nnamdi Kanu. Do you think these people are lying to the citizens? Or?
Yes, absolutely. They are lying to the citizens. They are lying. They are not doing what they're supposed to do.
They are not doing what they were supposed to do?
Yes, they are not doing it. Left for the youth, you understand? The youth want to take the bull by the horn, but they said no, they will do it. Now they will do it. They are worsening the situation. I told you earlier that they are the one orchestrated. This problem started with this Hope Uzodinma from Imo State. The number 4th man become the number 1. That is where the problem started. Before you know it, he started going against the way of Nnamdi Kanu by using ESN to checkmate what the Fulani Janjaweeds are doing, killing Igbos and raping them in the bush and taking their farmland. That is how it started. It started with this so-called Uzodinma. If he come now and tell me that he's pleading to, it's a lie.
It's a lie.
It's a complete lie. All of them. Put the one of Enugu State. All of them are one. They are working against, because Nnamdi Kanu might come out now. Nnamdi Kanu command variety. He command people, and he always say the truth. When he tell you this is what is happening and this is how we are going to go, everybody will concur. Everybody will concur.
Have been calm in that court.
Calm as what?
That the way he was doing.
Oga, nobody, that you cannot beat a child and stop him from crying. You cannot beat a child and stop him from crying. When you beat a child, allow him to cry. Nigeria will also need that this man, they have matched him. They have stepped on his toes, and they would use wisdom to, do whatever, do justice to what they are doing. Yes, you cannot beat a child and stop him from crying. So being calm cannot even solve the problem.
At all.
Being calm, even if he start crying in that bar that is there, crying, it will not solve the problem. They will say, they will even talk more. So being calm is not the issue. They stepped on his toes, and they break international laws. So what are you trying to tell me? So if you are telling me that governors are saying it's a lie, a fabricated story, they're not doing anything.
Okay.
They're not doing anything.
Let me allow you
So
go.
I still salute the courage of the Igbos. No, you people should know that our leaders are not helping us. The elites, the politicians, they are not helping us. They cannot lead us to the right way. The only person that will lead us to the right way, they have nailed him. What they think that they following him. But I know the God of Biafra will see to it and release this man and see him through. But another person will still emerge.
Your last one topic now. Authentic, how about Okorocha, okay? Benadu Tudoka was saying that Nigeria is wrong by sentencing Mazi Kanu to life imprisonment. 7-11, Gashi, this one Nigeria don't want to progress. Tell your security officers to leave Biafran land now. Tinubu just started a dangerous game mindset. Okay, viewers that are watching now, like and share. Like this program, share to others. Let me take you on this last one, Mr. Hassan. The Nigerian army has called you as a citizen of Nigeria. The Nigerian army,
including Rashid.
No.
You are the strong citizen of Nigeria.
You are the strongest.
You are the strongest. I am not a Nigerian.
I agree I'm a strong citizen, but you are the strongest citizen.
You are a Nigerian, isn't it?
Okay, the
You are
Nigerian army.
Answer me, you are Nigerian now.
The Nigerian army has called on Nigerians to support its efforts to defeat terrorists and other security threats. The Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Waidi Shuaibu, made the appeal yesterday, at the Nigerian Army Civil Military Corporation media chat held in Jos, Plateau State. That is one. Two, let me take you on this again. Bandits who abducted 38 worshippers from a Kwara church demand 100 million naira each, raising fears as families receive ransom calls. Now, 38 people were abducted. 100 million naira per head. That is 3.8 billion. 3.8 billion. What can you say about this?
Thank you, Mr. Rashid, for that question. Nigerian army want to recruit to how much? They want to recruit how many people?
24,000 yesterday.
Yes. Let me tell you a brief story that you know. Lion was sick and asked all animals to visit him. Tortoise came and visited him last. But when tortoise looked, tortoise see all the footprints that went inside. He didn't see anyone that come outside. If it is you, Rashid, what will you do? You want to go and visit Mr. Lion, who was sick. You see the footprint of those who went inside. You didn't see the one that come outside. Rashid, what will you do? You will still go and visit Lion. That's a calling of recruitment. I said it yesterday. It's a nice one.
Nice one.
But in Africa, we have this culture that when they go get tough, the tough keep on moving. And the tough are the #1 citizens. The tough are the people sharing our national cake. The President of the Republic, ministers, governors, local government governors, directors of companies, many of them. This time around, the recruitment should, Rashid, you are listening to me, please, no distraction. The recruitment should start from our men at the top. Let all the ministers call back their children that are abroad. Let them come. There is danger for recruitment. They have to go and serve army now. to defend the country that their fathers have been, sharing the national cake. Let the children of presidents come back. Let the children of governors, all the local government chairman, all of you in Nigeria that are living with Nigerian money, let your children come out. Let them be the first to be recruited, and let them be at the war front. After them, then the poor citizens can now come up. You don't tell me that all these hungry people that are suffering here and there should come and join again. And what about the soldiers that was handed over to you? Where are they? Mr. General, all of them, where are they? Before you call for the new ones, let us see the situation of those who were in army before. And you talk about people that were kidnapped.
Yes.
It's two questions.
You've not tweeted the second one.
As they were calling, soldiers are calling. Terrorists also calling for people to come and bail themselves, ransom themselves with 100 million each person in a country that has leaders to defend them.
Yes.
Leaders all over Nigeria, all those that call them leaders, themselves leaders. Are you the leaders, or we have to wait for leaders? If you are leaders, why should your citizens be kidnapped here and there and be paying ransom? As I'm talking to you, there are some local governments in North that pay tax before going to farm. How many people are ruling Nigeria? Shebi, I hear that Nnamdi was the problem of Nigeria. He is now jail. Which problem are you talking about again? Rashid. May God bless you.
Thanks for calling, sir. Round up, Mr. Lawrence, in a few minutes.
Round up for what?
They said you come and join 100 million per head people that were abducted in Kwara State. What else about this in 2 minutes?
Before your president come the president of Nigeria, the first interview they ask am, say wetin you go do? If he be Nigeria president, say over 50 million Nigeria will turn to security. Now the promise. Now since that time, over 50 million don support. How many people remain? They not buy finish. And now the problem of Nigeria is Nnamdi Kanu. And the Sama Nekpa is the problem of Nigeria. And now they already jail Nnamdi Kanu. Nigeria don't have problem again.
There is no problem.
Security is tight. Security is tight. And the religious leader said that nothing like genocide in Nigeria is tight. So you to join military, you are just wasting your time. But the truth, my brother, if your life dey sweet you, if your life dey sweet you, no go wear Nigeria military clothes.
All right.
Like me, none of my children.
So your child Air Force now?
None of my children. Air Force na for Nigeria. None of my children will go Air Force or Army uniform for Nigeria. Yeah.
Air Force now.
My brother, we don't time for this country. I want Japa. Someone say I go Ghana, no wahala.
Thank you. Let me begin to do as this one. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Rashid. Yeah, our global be on Flip TV. May God bless you. This is a serious day in Nigeria. Mr. Rashid, I want to come and the global man who doing the new job. May God bless you. May God strengthen you.
Amen.
And the TV stand himself who give us opportunity to hear our voice. Undiluted from the streets to the seats of power, so they can begin to do, act rightly. May God bless this TV station.
Amen.
Our global, anchor people who bless us, Dr. Kwaji King Jogba and the rest of them, Lady G and TV Long and all. May God bless you. I'm your analyst. You're most welcome.
William Okame.
Good morning, our esteemed viewers. May God bless you. I remember my humble self, one and the only, and I will continue. Despite what happened yesterday, it makes me to believe more. Biafra evangelist Benjamin Johnson is his name.
Olajide, hope you've eaten this morning. Okay. William Okameme, James Omotoso judgment yesterday was a written judgment kept very long ago by hegemonic tyrant leaders, a judge who cannot be able to read comprehensive statement. What a shame.
What a disgrace, sir.
Say that there is no justice in Nigeria. Toyin Emmanuel Dafidi thanks Mr. Asa, okay? Frank Quiz, authentic quiz, Nnamdi is coming out from prison during election 2027. He's a political prisoner. I am told that Judge sentencing Nnamdi Kanu would cause many calamities in that hopeless country. But I do say authentic, how about Okorocha? Okay, I've heard it before. 7-11, I call on all Biafrans home and abroad to be focused. You are going home. Injury time mindset, okay?
Yeah. You grab it.
Evangelist Ben and OJ, okay? Let me start from here. Okay, it is here. Viewers that are watching now, like and share this program to others. Like and share. I've read it before, I'll read it again.
Okay.
I'll continue to read it.
Okay.
Okay, let's start from here. The court found Kanu guilty of 7 count charges. Federal High Court sitting at Abuja under Justice James Omotosho has found the leader of the IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, guilty of 7 count charges that involves terrorism.
Involve what?
Terrorism.
Okay.
Now, I'll read them out. Count 1. Nnamdi Kanu commits acts of terrorism against Nigeria by making broadcasts with intention to intimidate the population, and the penalty is life imprisonment. Count 2. Nnamdi Kanu commits act of terrorism against Nigeria by making broadcasts with intention to threaten members of the public with sit-at-home order in the East, and the penalty for that is life imprisonment. Count 3. Nnamdi Kanu made broadcasts that declare himself as member and leader of IPOB, group that the federal government has banned. Penalty is 20 years imprisonment with no option of fine. Count 4 and 5. Nnamdi Kanu made a broadcast that encourages members of the public to kill Nigeria security officers. Penalty is life imprisonment. Count 6. Nnamdi Kanu made broadcasts that encourage members of the public to burn down every federal government facility in Lagos State here that led to major economic loss to federal government. Penalty is life imprisonment. Now, the last count 7. Nnamdi Kanu import radio transmitter known as Tram 50L and hide it in a local government in Anambra State. Penalty is 5 years jail time without option of fine. Let's start from there, Mr. Evangelist.
Good and fine. I love the whole content that they are reading. But point of correction, I want to start to correct some readings. When you import a good into Nigeria and that good enter this country illegal, what is the duty of the what are they called, the custom? What is their duty? Is it for sentence for death penalty? No. What they do is to seize the goods and ask you to bail it, or they will seize it without releasing it to you. So it is not a crime and it's not an offense. This thing shows me and you that this is a written. Sahara reporter even said it. They have already concluded on what the other one that Omotosho was doing was serere. That is number 1. Number 2, remember the colonial master that colonized Nigeria who instigated all this. Licensed master Nnamdi Kanu with this radio Biafra, and the broadcast was made in Britain, not in Nigeria. 3, Master Nnamdi Kanu never said sit at home. Point of correction. Sit at home started. That is to tell you that Nigeria is a bunch of lies.
Bunch of lies.
Yes. Sit at home started after the kidnapping of Master Nnamdi Kanu. You are no longer a kid. You know this. Do you see? All these things are just, to tell you that Nigeria is officially, and their laws and constitution is against the Igbos and the Christians, Igbo race and Christians in Nigeria. That is what it simply means. Because mentioning this one, I've shown to everyone, except you want to be biased, that of a truth, these people are purely against the Igbos and against Master Nnamdi Kanu. And let me tell you again, you say Master Nnamdi Kanu say burn down Lagos. Yes. Burn down Lagos. Over where? Where was he? In Britain. He said he's the leader of what? IPOB. What is the meaning of IPOB?
indigenous people of Biafra.
Indigenous people of Biafra. Will I now say that you as Odudua that you are a bad person, or should I tag you a terrorist for declaring your ancestral foundation? I'm asking you. Now, let me tell you again. He said he's the leader of IPOB, Indigenous Peoples of Biafra. And Nigeria said that, where did they condemn it? They target a terrorist group. Is that not so? Good and fine. There are terrorists. I didn't dispute that. Inside room and Paro and court and quack judge, just like Omoto saw yesterday. A law that is not written and a law that is not in the constitution was what the Omoto show you, because he was already paid and agreed that this is what you are going to do. And I want to remind you, in 1885, 1881 down to 1889, AV Dyson, the law constitutional edition of the British, stated it clearly that any law, a country where there is no law, means that there will be no offense, and a place where there is no offense, there will be no punishment. And it was reviewed by Benham in 21st century 2010. Are you hearing me? Which the British respected and they honor and they still hold on it till date. I quote and unquote, you can do your findings more to what I have said. Are you hearing me? So under which constitution? Because Nigerian constitution said not Nigerian constitution, Nigerian government tagged IPOB a terrorist. And in the constitution of Nigeria, there was no law that goes against terrorists. And that is why, even as I died yesterday, go to Taraba, not even Kebbi now. Are you hearing me? Not even Kwara. In Taraba State, go and see the show that all these bandits, criminals, terrorists are being murdered. And none of them appears in court because there was no charge against them. So how can you now call somebody a terrorist and now make a pronouncement that is not in your constitution? I'm asking. So having said all this, what I saw is what I have already seen. You know, this time around I witnessed it. During the wartime, it was a history. But now I witness it. The Nigerian government with the British, you know, is officially against Igbo race.
Okay, Benaduze, Nigeria is becoming a kangaroo republic. Benaduze, Simon Ekpa started sit at home. William Okameme, breaking news, terrorists abducted 52 students in Niger State. I read that this morning.
Oh!
James, what concern can you give your Mr. Lajide, yes. Who are Yoruba man? Yeah. Mr. Lajide, yes. Who are Yoruba man?
Oh, yes.
The one that gave that judgment is a Yoruba man.
If that's the level you want me to talk, I won't talk about it. No. This is amazing. Don't ask me to talk on Yoruba level of this matter. You are begging. Tell me to talk on the matter at stake. Don't tell me Yoruba man. I hate such statements. Okay. If I were Yoruba man, I won't vote for Obi. Don't bring such issues. No, don't bring me to some level of discussion. Yoruba man, how much Yoruba man? Yoruba man. If listen to me, don't bring me to such level of. I'm not an ethnic bigot. I'm not an ethnic bigot. I'm not a tribalist person. So don't bring that narrative into discussion with me, please.
This time use it and
don't tell me. It's not your turn. Go ahead. It's not your turn, please.
Go ahead. Address them.
When you say I keep my quiet, so hold your peace. Bring your business.
Address them.
Shut up.
I cannot shut up. You can't tell me to shut up. You don't have the right. You don't have the right.
Rashidi, please.
As they stand now,
don't give the narrative again. Don't give the narrative as a man. Correct yourself on that.
I said your own opinion.
Yes, correct it. Don't tell me as a man. You say man. I want to just say man. Don't tell me. Don't call me to me that narration. That narrative.
As you are an individual.
Don't call me that narrative. Let me talk my own. So don't ask me a question to talk as a Nigerian, as a citizen.
As an individual, as a citizen.
Yes, that's what I want to correct you.
Go ahead.
Now, what Nnamdi is fighting for self-determination. He has absolute constitutional right to do that.
Absolute right.
Get my point?
No.
Everybody has a right to self-determination. Get my point? I have a right to self-determine how I want to be ruled and how I want to be governed. And if I find myself of the same ethnic group, I have a right. People who agree with me, who are on the same page, we can say, you can say, I say that I want, we can, I say that I want our self-determination. It's not wrong. Nnamdi is not fighting for what is wrong. Self-determination is a right of every individual, every citizen of Nigeria. And government did not charge Nnamdi for agitating for self-determination. You read it to our hearing now. Is there any agitation for self-determination in the charges? No. Because it's a constitutional right for Nnamdi to do. If they do that, they will lose in the court of law. Yes, absolute right to self-determination. As many people that believe with him, that whatever other name they call themselves, whether indigenous people of Igbo, Biafra, whatever name they give to them, as far as it's self-determination, they have absolute right to do it. But what government is not talking about is that the way he went about that self-determination, according to government now, I'm quoting government now, I'm going by what you read to us, that the way he went about is there are criminal activities in it. That's what they are talking about. They are not charging him for going on self-determination, no, for agitating for the self-determination. But the question now is that when government was now saying that Kanu went this way, get my point? Are you listening to me? When government is now saying Kanu, the way he went about this self-determination agitation, there are criminal activities that was carried out. That's what government is charging for now. But Kanu should have given opportunity for defense. Some of those things the Prosecution Council stated can be knocked off during defense. When your defense team begin to open your defense, all those submissions by the Prosecution Council can be knocked off. Even, do you know, let me tell you, Kanu has a right to decision he has taken. I respect the decision, I respect his right to the decision he has taken. I have nothing against him, but I have the right to my own opinion on those decisions yet. Number one, Kanu did not allow defense of him. I don't agree with him on that. Open his defense. Yes, I disagree with him on that. He's not a lawyer. Even if he's a lawyer, only you cannot do that. 2 or 3 years better than 1. Let your defense team open defense on those points. Prosecution Council has submitted. They will begin to dust it one by one before the judge. Even the judge told him that if you have allowed defense of this thing, I mean, that who knows? But you knock off defense. Number 2. Even the witnesses you have called, prominent people decide if you want to hear what they will say in the court, you knock it off again. You call prominent people like Governor Sanwo-Olu, Wike, it will give us opportunity to hear what they will say in the court, and what they will say in the court will not be in the public domain, so the public will now view their statements of witness and what the judges. You get my point? What the judges, I mean, what the legal team, the defense legal team, is the defense legal team, what they also put up as the defense. But he didn't allow all this thing to happen. He said, you are going to defend yourself, and I don't think he has the capacity to do that.
You don't think he has the capacity?
Only him. You have allowed your legal team, your defense legal team to do their job. Let us see how they will knock off those submissions by the Prosecution Council. Those witnesses you have called, court are about to order them to court to they call it subpoena. Court are about to subdue those witnesses to appear by fire by force in the court and give witnesses. We will now give us opportunity to hear, to let us to hear what those witnesses will say. It didn't in block all these two chances. Only you say you can defend yourself, which I don't agree with. I can certainly do it. So, number one, I don't agree with the way he didn't allow his defense to be open. I don't agree with how he didn't allow the witnesses to come to the court. So
no, this is saying Olajide.
Yes.
Yesterday was judgment day. Yes. There was no room for objections yesterday. One day.
They gave him time to open defense now. He didn't open defense now. And what are you talking about? They opened. He didn't. I beg you. They opened when the Prosecution Council closed their case. The judge said, "Open your defense." When the lawyers appear before the court, they said, my lord, we are no longer going to appear for our client because our client had dismissed our services. And he asked Kanu'S to say yes. The lawyers addressed the court. The judge thought the lawyers are ready to open the defense. But the lawyer now addressed the judge that we are here to announce our disappearance from this case because our client has said he doesn't need our services again. And he confirmed in the court. Again, Kanu also said the list of witnesses that come is no longer also bringing them again. Again, the court asked him, he said yes. So what we telling you? So they now have this judgment. They now have, so once you now say there's no room for defense, that means it's only what's before the court now. It's not what the President Council has stated. I mean, what's before the court now to judge is what the President Council has stated. You don't defend yourself. The witnesses have come and defend you. You didn't allow them to come. Only what's before the court is what the President Council has stated before the court. Okay. Yes. So then with that now, court will now fix date for judgment. Yes. So then what happened? Okay. So then now let me conclude on that point. I disagree with that sentences. Of course, anyway, I could see that from those 7 charges, one of them carried 5 years, another one carried 20 years. The remaining 5 carried life sentences. That means the judge went in favor of the majority of those offenses that carry life sentences. That's why
it should have been death penalty.
Wait.
Justice
Okay. What I'm trying to say is that you read 7 offenses to us. Yes. One carried 5 years jail term. I was listening to very attentively. One carried 20 years jail term. The remaining 5 carry life sentences. That means the judge went for the majority of those offenses that carry life sentences to not impose life sentences. But what I'm trying to tell you is that Kanu should have done some 3 things he refused to do. Number 1, because I believe that when government is claiming Kanu committed these offenses, there are offenses government too committed against Kanu.
Government
establishment. And what even brought Kanu to this problem is that political class are the one who brought Kanu to this problem. Governor of the Southeast, Mr. Rashidi, they are the one who first went outside, come to our public and banned activities. Openly, Governor of the Southeast, before Buhari government under Manami Attorney General, now went to go to secret court order to ban IPOP. So government ruling class of Igbo people, governors, they are the one that put this problem to Kanu. Excuse me, I have your thought, I didn't interrupt you, please. They are the one that put this problem to Kanu. Political class are the one fighting against Kanu. So now Kanu is supposed to have, number 1, instituted a case against federal government. Okay. As they are prosecuting him for all these offences, he too should have brought up a case against federal government in court. Okay. So that the 2 cases will be going on side by side. Okay. That you also committed social atrocities against my own people too. You kill my people, you did this, do that. So that those cases will be going on. As we are hearing case of Kanu against federal government case against Kanu, we will also be hearing Kanu's case against federal government in the court of law. Okay. Number two. Let me forget. Number 2, that case should have even taken above Nigerian court, taken to international criminal court. Yes, put it at international level. So that the whole world will also know about federal government atrocities against Kanu people too. That's number 2. So that as the government is fighting for survival in Nigeria, they will be defending themselves too at the international level. The 3rd one, before you read the comment, the 3rd one, Supreme Court, when they nullified the Court of Appeal that free Kanu, they admitted that there's irregularities where Kanu was brought to Nigeria. Go and read Supreme Court judgment. They said there's irregularities in the way Kanu was brought to Nigeria. That means the way Kanu was brought to Nigeria, there's irregularities. Kanu should have instituted a case against federal government on the way he was brought to Nigeria as well. So that those 2 cases in Nigeria against federal government will be going on, and the 3rd one ICC will be going on. So, but all these things Kanu did not take advantage of this. So, as what I've seen, so I see the way judgment was passing. It was not, judgment is not, justice was not done on both sides. Judgment was only given on one side. The other side where we have secured judgment against government too, Kanu did not bring it up against government. So that's my take on this.
Mr. Evangelist Ben. Benaduze, OJ, what are you talking about here? Okay, GOA, OJ, thank you. Mr. Nnamdi, I saw your comment, but AJ Focus, Fulani is at war with other Nigerians. The southern Christians from our middle belt should unite and request for weapons to defend ourselves. Fulani has never won any major war. They like it and run. Okay, AJ Focus, it seems some of you don't know that the Fulani always make sure that every Igbo governor is picked by them. So whatever you see them do is not by their own population, okay? Sunshine TV, OJ, did the Nigerian law allow him to do that? Goodness, what happened yesterday about Nnamdi Kanu?
That deny him of the hearing.
Okay, Kinju Ogba, Olajide, can you tell the public under which law in Nigeria constitution that MNK was sentenced? Okay, Benaduze, Olajide, it was not yesterday. Olajide, he can defend himself and win, but the judgment was predetermined. That's been abusive. Sunshine TV, OJ, that was not the issue. Ukoji, MK did not refuse to open his defense. He was asking to know under which law in the constitution was he being charged. Joe Rashid will not read comment, but he said like I share. Okay. Olajide yesterday was the judgment. I've read this before. Okay, Olajide on fire. GOA, Olajide always arguing, okay? When I do is laughing, whenever laughing, thank you for quiz. Mr. Olajide don't do okay. Whenever laughing, GOA, are you not a Yoruba man, Olajide? Thank you for quiz. Then, okay, I've read before. In Nigeria, see, Yoruba has done their work, but history will judge us. Larry, Nnamdi, please take the mic. Please take the mic from that man, okay? Goodness, what happened yesterday was about Nnamdi happened. It happened because it was an Igbo man. Do you believe this thing? Of course. Omotosho is Wike lawyer. That's AJ for peace. The Omotosho is Wike lawyer.
No, we have already said this thing before now. Omotosho na Wike boy. And it's like a case that happened in the Bible. The Bible says when Jesus was brought before Pontius Pilate, when he looked at it, he said that I did not see any fault in this man. So for that reason, he washed up his hand. But another judge to pick it up and sentence Christ. But at the end of the day, what happened? Christ is the one reigning today and forever. So that is the case. Many judges in Nigeria have seen it, and they are because they see that there is nothing here. There is no need of making a pronouncement of a law against an innocent person. And moreover, the law you are talking about, you want them to use, is the law that is not written.
An unwritten law.
An unwritten law is what Omotosho. So they called him and they reached an agreement. This is what you are going. All that one that you have been doing from the beginning, Naserere. The Igbo governor is talking about. I want to put it to him again, in case he has forgotten. Could you, before these honorable viewers and the people watching us here, speak the truth? The Hope Uzodinma took first in the election of 2019.
You're asking him?
Yes. I asked Olajide.
You know he came first.
Yes.
Now.
Okay, he came fourth. Now, good and fine, you have answered the question. He took fourth position. But what brought him to power was the same system that they used against Nnamdi Kanu. And that is why you, that is saying that it was the Igbo politicians. The people you are calling Igbo politicians are not Igbo choose politicians.
I don't know
they are Fulani choose for the Igbos.
It was Igbo that voted for them.
No.
In their region.
I said no.
Igbo occupy all the eastern region.
Excuse me, point of correction. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on.
I'm telling you.
Hold on, I am telling you.
Okay.
Take it or you leave it, except you don't want to tell yourself the truth.
I don't know about that.
Do you understand? The people, the person that won the election, number one, number two, nobody. Number three, Kekereku, which happened to be the CJN now, was the one that pronounced and announced Hope Uzodinma the winner as at that time, as a result of what they have, the agreement that he reached with the Fulanis. Are you hearing me? You see why they now made him from fourth to first, so that they can achieve the agenda of the Fulani in the southeast. And that is what you see them playing. And the same thing happened to other places. Okay, take a look at this Oti now. See, because Oti now, the choice of the people, and they don't know how to, because the game, the way he played that, they cannot manipulate this one because they were too busy on that note. And they never believed that Oti will purely like this. See the threatening that they are giving Oti now. Do you know how, on daily basis, how they are threatening Oti? Because Oti, they are now telling him that APC will take over 20. Benjamin Kanu, the deputy speaker. You understand me? So if you watch all this, you agree with me. These people are not the people we choose. But these are the people that the Fulani, the Nigerian government, choose for us. They impose them in order for them to service them, to run their affair, not the affair of the Igbos, the people. So that is what I'm trying to tell you. So telling me that they are the first people to condemn IPOB, they are the first people because they were not the choice of the people, but they were the choice of the Nigerian Fulanis.
Well, if that's your conclusion, well, you draw that conclusion, not me.
Yes. Seven said, oh, Oga OJ, with all due respect, say what you know. We never voted for Opus Odijo.
Opus Odijo. Who is Opus? I didn't vote for Opus Odijo now.
You were not there.
No, I was telling him that.
We are telling you whom we choose.
See, I'm telling you that the people that voted in the South they are all Igbo people. Abi, all your governors.
We didn't vote for them.
Are you telling me that okay? The conference?
We are not the one that vote for them. Then impose them on us. Are you not
listen to me? The recent computer governorship election Anambra State. That's what you don't want. Who are the people that inhabit Anambra State? Is there other people that are indigenous of Anambra State? I didn't know people that are indigenous of Anambra State.
I'm for quiz. Kanu said that God should punish Omotosho. That cause on him makes me feel good. I like strong men. Okay. Mr. Olajide, do you believe James Omotosho judgment yesterday was a written judgment?
I don't believe that.
For a long time.
I don't believe
that. Ammonia political leaders of Nigeria. Okay?
I don't believe that.
GOA, Olajide will soon start saying, go and ask him. Olajide, can you quote Bible? Now question. That's okay. Okay. Clement Okoli, good morning, my people. Jerry Kennedy. Nigeria photocopy country, bonjour. Clement Okoli, God bless you all. GOA, my goodness. Olajide is okay. Ukwaji, reasonable Nigerians should care for Nigeria because things are falling apart and the center cannot hold it any longer.
Yes.
Goodness, why is Olajide's opinion always contrary to the opinion of other majorities?
Watch, am I everybody? Am I not entitled to my own personal opinion? Must I be driven by? Oh yeah, the question. Everyone that will answer him.
A question was related to you.
My opinion be what is by majority? Must I be a bandwagon?
Kinjoba said,
okay.
Olajide,
all right.
Can you tell the public under which law in Nigeria constitution that MNK was sentenced?
Under which law was the Presidential Council was prosecuting him? Under which law Presidential Council charge Nnamdi Kanu? He should answer the same question.
Who called you asked him?
I'm asking the same question. Under which law did the Presidential Council charge Nnamdi Kanu?
Okay. Who called is asking you? MNK did not refuse to open his defense.
Okay.
He was asking to know under which law in the constitution was he being charged.
Yes. And up to date, nothing.
Excuse me.
Nothing. See today.
Mr.
By some time.
Under which law why Constitution Council charge Kanu? Under which law? You are facing the people.
Unwritten law.
You listen to me, Mr. Ashidi. If you want answer to that question, the legal team of both parties, of both the plaintiff and the defendant, that's their professional duties to do. They are the one that will cross-check, that will interrogate their fellow legal counsels. They will cross-examine themselves. So those are the professional duties that the lawyers of each party must do. It's their responsibility to do that.
Olajide, if you tell me the law, then I will tell you. I ask you first.
I've answered him. It's the responsibility of the legal team. I'm not Nnamdi Kanu legal defense team. It's the responsibility of the legal defense team to ask the prosecution council, prosecuting council, legal team, prosecuting council, that under law did you charge my client?
Okay.
So if they will that the question they will have put to the legal counsel who are prosecuting Kanu, who prefer to charge against him, they will ask them. Prosecuting lawyers, under which law did you charge my client? That is the question they will have put to the lawyers, not to be coming with the public members.
Evangelist dey lie for Olajide, okay? Yesterday judge was not a judge but a failed judgment. And America was on it yesterday, yes. Talking about it is Kanu yesterday, who is next, okay? GOA, answer question first, then ask question, sir.
I've answered you. Okay. I've answered you.
You don't believe the judgment was written by Yoruba scholars. I mean, because an Igbo man, OJ, okay, is asking you. BC Crane, you are right, Mr. Olajide, always at your back. GOA, go and ask him, Olajide.
Yes.
Petit Onyebuchi, this generational cause led by Nnamdi Kanu will stand on them forever. Says the Lord. Amen, amen, and amen. Okay. GOA, my goodness. Okay, I've read it before. Agent Focus, how will Omotosho and his gang of Amal and Amala and Ewedu eating prosecutors feed when Kanu is free? Okay. Olajide cannot answer the question. Go on and ask him. Okay. Let me call you. Okay, I've read it before. As you're watching now, like and share to others. Like and share. Evangelist. No, I want to take on the last one. Okay. But yes, do you want to say something?
No, it just answer your question. Make I know whether I align with what I want to say.
Okay, Nigeria has failed in everything yesterday, very bad. Okay, Christian Okorie, Olajide, please don't say what you don't know. Nigeria government is terrible. Okay, now let me take on this last one. Day before yesterday, ISWAP leader, Hussein something, I've forgotten his name. Ismail, God bless you, sir. Hussein Ismail. He was the ISWAP leader. And the organization that killed the Brigadier General
Obana.
Yes, the terror group that killed him.
Yeah,
he was in court, in same court that Kanu was sentenced. In that same court, he was there day before yesterday. This man has been involved in many terrorist attacks. He has killed many people. Confirmed one. Now he was sentenced to just 20 years. 20 years. Someone has killed many people.
No.
Now someone said maybe we have two laws in Nigeria. One is meant for the egos and one is meant for everyone else. What do you say about it? Close to that.
Pure. Whosoever that said that saw it clearly. You understand? Yeah. I saw it clearly. And let me tell you, it's already too obvious that this country called Nigeria, I've been telling you people there is nothing like one Nigeria. That one Nigeria is a scam. It's a scam statement. And it's what they use to scam us. And we that have discovered this, we are saying it. It is a scam. We cannot continue with a scam utterance. It is the high time that the Igbos in diaspora, both in Lagos, you can see the attitude. You can see everything that is going on. That everything about Nigeria is all about against the Igbos. It is time to restrict your, remember your father's house. Many of you, na cockroach and lizard and oken and gwere, been a ben again and Igbo, and you are building mansion in another person's land. It is high time you remember home. Yes, I am saying it so loud and clear. My days are numbered here in Lagos. Any moment, I'm telling you the gospel truth with what has happened yesterday. And I'm telling you from the onset that anything Nigeria, I believe so much in Biafra. And what happened yesterday makes me to believe more in Biafra and believe more in Nnamdi Kanu. Yes, he has proven himself. And let me tell you, Nigerian paper, Nigerian media doesn't carry the good news. They don't tell you the truth. As I'm speaking to you, my dear brother, the people that so-called Nigeria, your president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, was supposed to be in G20 yesterday. Ask him why did he stop? Why did they cancel it? Why did they ban it? He suspended. He was supposed to go and meet Donald Trump in the issues of this general. He said that IPOB have laid an ambush, this, that. In America, he suspended that. Then the delegate that which he sent asked them whether they don't return. Then they did. Ribadu and Co. I'll give you one name. Then do the remaining findings. Okay, God bless. That is to tell you, congressmen condemned accurately yesterday the judgment of Omotosho. Yes, congressmen, do your findings. I'm not just telling you what I've life. I saw it. You understand me? So, and that very yesterday, other actions and many other actions will still come after this. Thank you and God bless you. Amen. And I want to use this opportunity. I'm not. You know, this is
you know, I'm addressing you.
no Martin, I go agree with you. Me and you. So I want to use this opportunity, the Thanksgiving that is coming up on 7th of December. This is it. You understand me? It's coming up on the December 7th. So I want to use this opportunity to invite and to tell my lovers, our lovers here, that they make it a colorful day by your support and your help, and God will bless you. Amen. In the name of Jesus. Amen. So that this young man, my friend, little boy, when they come, he go eat rice and chicken. God bless you. Thank you very much.
Sunshine,
God bless you.
247 TV. Honestly, I never knew Omotosho was the one reading like kindergarten children. Very disgraceful to the entire country. GOA, Clement Okoli, yes, you are right. Christian Okorie, Nigeria government should let Igbos go for real. GOA seems like there are different Nigerians, Fulani far on top. Yorubas beating the crumbs and Igbos taking anything left over. Petit Prince Oyebuchi is not on Nigeria, it's called war in Nigeria. Omotosho refused to admit MNK's written case, but later used it against him in his judgment that MNK refused to submit his written case before the court. GOA, Olajide will still go and ask him, okay? King Jogba, Olajide knows very well today that Omotosho was reading a script written to him, because if he's the one that wrote the script, he will be reading it smoothly. Okay? GOA, like and share, read comments of when I'm reading it.
God bless
Olajide,
you.
please don't say what you don't know. I've read it from Tokoli, I watched it yesterday. American is on it, okay? Olajide, make sure you contribute to Ben's event. That's Jay. Goodness, I knew what happened to Nnamdi Kanu will happen when I heard of this insecurity was tight yesterday. Mr. Olajide, just make
what I'm trying to say is that this self-determination struggle is a Mr. Rashid, you listen, you ask me a question. Self-determination struggle, agitation, is a legitimate right of everybody. It's legitimate right of, listen to me, Rashid, you are going to listen. Self-determination, agitation and struggle is a legitimate lawful right of every individual. Be Igbo, be Yoruba, be Fulani, be Hausa, be anybody. So, Igbo has a right to self-determination, agitation. So nobody should take it away from them. You get my point? Just as Yoruba also has a right to self-determination. So everybody has a right to self-determination. So I don't, of course, government will never even, they know they will not charge him for that, because they will lose out. So my appeal to Kanu now is that let his legal team take up his defense at court of appeal. Let him not risk because I listened to the lawyer yesterday in the news. I watched the lawyer who said they will file an appeal. I'm appealing to him. Let him not discourage, let him not dismiss his legal team again at the court of appeal. Because if he opens his defense team, if he's open his defense, some of the submission by the prosecution counsel can be knocked off at defense. But when you don't do that, then there will be nothing before the court other than what the prosecution counsel has stated before the court to decide upon. So let his legal team go ahead and defend him in court of appeal and to the highest court of land. So it's his right of Kanu of self-determination. It's his absolute right of him and for his people. So nobody should take it away from him.
For Prince, this man is making sense, okay? Let me let you go now. Let me bring it Pastor Matthew story money. Nnamdi Anusi, Yoruba are not God. Almighty God is the final judge. Omoto Shaw will never make heaven, okay? Clement Okoli, he will appeal against the judgment yesterday. That is the truth, okay? Okay. Good morning, Pastor Matthew.
Good morning.
Camera. Where do we start from this morning? You've known about everything, so I don't need to read. What do I say about the issue on ground?
I totally disagree with Justice Omoto Shaw.
Disagree?
Yes, Nnamdi Kanu is not a terrorist. How can you charges that borders on the prosecution to prove beyond reasonable doubt? And in the course of prosecution, it is very evident that the prosecution were not able to tie any of his brokers to any particular killing. So how then can you say they have been able to prove their case beyond reasonable doubt? Even if you say he didn't defend himself. But at the point where Nnamdi Kanu was saying, allow me do my final address to address the court, the judge never allowed him to address the court. That was why you saw Nnamdi Kanu shouting. Because as the legal team will give their final address, then the prosecution team will give their final address, the defense team will give their final address. Hence, Nnamdi Kanu is representing, said they were supposed to allow him to give his final address, but the judge never allowed him to do so. Are we not saying that Nnamdi Kanu is more dangerous than ISWAP members, Boko Haram? Because ISWAP member that was convicted 20 years, and you're saying Nnamdi Kanu should go and serve life imprisonment. I encourage the legal team to pursue an appeal. We are far as concerned, that judgment cannot stand. It cannot stand because what are we saying? You are saying that he didn't even bring any evidence to adduce to the fact that he was rendition. But the evidence, what is more of evidence than the judgment of court of appeal that have ruled before now that he was rendition? And this is, or that judgment of appeal court was before that same court. We have even seen a Kenya court that have ruled that the manner he was brought to Nigeria was illegal, and as such, they even find those who were complicit in the rendition. So as far as I'm concerned, they should pursue the appeal because, from what I understand, the judgment is not inconsistent with evidence before the court. Because nobody was able to tie his brokers to any specific killing in the southeast in the course of prosecution and cross-examination. And apart from that, the issue of the legality of the charge on the basis of the repeat law. The court did not address it. And the court was even telling the Nnamdi before that judgment that he should open his defense, that when they want to give judgment, they will address the issue that border on whether the law has been repeated or not. It was not addressed. So I encourage the legal team to pursue the appeal, because whether you like it or not, you cannot convict a terrorist and the whole Southeast is saying no. So does it mean everybody in the Southeast is terrorist? Even at the level of American Congress public hearing, an American lawmaker cited in the case. So what I was saying, I totally disagree with Justice Omotosho.
You totally disagree with Justice James Omotosho. Okay, Christian Okogie, Omotosho should not near the court during appeal. Agent for Christian, who sent some delegates to meet some of Trump's high-ranking cabinet, they will be ordered to release Nnamdi Kanu. No problem. As you're watching our viewers, like and share.
Ribado is their leader now. They are in America to speak.
Frank, please don't
acknowledge that they are in
America. That should not compare Kanu with Jesus Christ. Okay?
Nobody can be compared with Jesus Christ.
Clement Okoli, I also understand everything yesterday. It's because Kanu is an Igbo man. Where is Sunday Igbo and where is Repentance Boko Haram? Are they not in jail?
For those who are making some arguments, the leader of Mietiala, Bodejo, was accused of forming vigilante group, arming them without the consent of federal government. He was arrested, put on trial. It was the federal government to the office of the Attorney General of the Federation that dropped the charges and allowed him go. At some point, recently, he was equally arrested, accused of banditry. At the time, federal government was able to secure court order to keep him for 2 days to enable them to conclude the investigation. At some point, they allowed him go. So for those who argue that you want to wait for the court to finish the proceeding and judgment before you go for political solution, for me, Nnamdi Kanu should be released. And though the leader from the Southeast have said that pursue the political option, but I equally encourage his legal team to pursue that appeal.
Okay, Emmanuel Oguji, Omotosho is a biased Yoruba man. Okay, Clement Okoli. Okay, I've read it before. Let me take your this house to Matthew. I'm sorry this morning. I'm tired. Let me take you on this. As you're watching now, like and share this program to others. Like and share to others. Okay, it is there. Okay. Zamfara State Government, through the Zakat and Endowment Board, has concluded arrangement to sponsor the wedding of 200 orphans in the state.
That's their business. They should go and educate their people. They don't cause a problem for everybody in the country. All the Zamfara, all the Katsina, all the Borno. Look at the out-of-school children in those places. They don't cause a problem for everybody in this country. Look at the level of killing, kidnapping, and all of that. We have seen a renewed adoption of schoolgirls. They should go and educate their people. I'm not saying they should not organize a wedding for the orphans, but they should educate their people. They should not allow them to be going in the wild without parental care. It's the reason we have seen this level of insecurity that the whole world is now trying to see how they can help Nigeria.
I am to the cap for saying that I am disappointed over the nonchalant attitude of that boy called Omotosho who failed English language. Okay,
you saw him struggling with words now. The same statement he wrote, you saw him struggling with it. It was difficult for him to even read what he wrote by himself.
Some are saying he was not the one that wrote it.
I don't know, but he was struggling with it.
God bless Pastor Matthew for always on truth. Clement Okoli, you just need to be saying the truth in this life, because what happened to Kanu can still happen to someone else. Okay, let me take you on this before you go, Pastor Matthew. Bandits who abducted 38 worshippers from a Kwara church demand 100 million each. 100 million each, raising fears as families receive ransom calls.
You know,
that's 3.8 billion.
You know, we have been saying that America should come. Some people are saying America should not come. Thank God I'm beginning to see some Muslims, even from the north, who are saying that Trump should come. Perhaps Trump's coming will even help Muslims who are being killed. But you know the one is on trend currently. Even those who have spoken in the past against genocide are afraid to speak up.
Governor of Benue State, he said there's not like genocide.
Don't mind that one. Earlier, the same Benue State where recently they killed over 200 and something persons in Yewata. And when Tinubu visited Benue State, a monarch in Benue State came out to tell the president that this is purely genocide that had nothing to do with herders, host community clashes. Ali, who is a reverend father, is now coming out to say there's no genocide in Benue State going by the standard of UN. How bad do you explain genocide? You are killing 220 persons in a village, in a community. Is that not total extermination of a people, of a race? You kill everyone on sight, in sight. How bad do you explain genocide? Look at even the governor of Plateau State, Mufwang, who in the wake of the killing in Bokos and Basa local government areas of Plateau State came out to say that it is purely genocide in nature. He have lost his voice. Nobody have heard from him all this while. I say my happiness is that we are now seeing some Muslims who are coming out to say what Trump is saying, perhaps it will even help Muslims who have been killed. I often say it, if they should kill Tojibelo, Ada Aleru, what to tell me that those Muslims in Katsina, in Zamfara, that are suffering as a result of oppression of Tojibelo and Ada Aleru, they will not be happy. They'll be happy. So as far as I'm concerned, America never said they were coming to fight the Nigerian government, which must get our rights. And I want to believe that the way the conversation is going, the whole world is getting to understand that it is, whether you call it Christian genocide, the important thing is that communities are being wiped out. Even when you say some Muslims are being killed, it is the Muslims that are not inclined to the extremism of those ISWAP members that is suffering from their hands. Do you know the question one American congressman asked yesterday? He asked a question. He said, do we see Christian communities killing Muslim people in areas where Christian is predominant? You know the response. The response was that the Christians are disproportionately killed by Muslims. You cannot take away the fact that almost all the extremists claim to be Muslim. Though you have some Muslims who denounce that extremism. But all of them, I've never seen in Nigeria where you see a Christian terrorist organization. So does it not make sense to say, okay, since people are killing Muslims, they are killing Christians, let us synergize with America, come and take them out for us to have peace. I was saying the other day that to travel from here to Delta, you'll be asking people to put in prayer. Somebody said no, even Shagamu here. If you know the level of insecurity people are passing through, but because of all these government officials, they are protected by the instrumentality of state. They don't suffer what the ordinary man suffer. They can say anything they want to say. Look at Mati Kuka, Reverend Kuka, the bishop of Sokoto Diocese of under Catholic. He has lost his voice because he's the counselor and chairman of one federal university in Kaduna State. Everybody that hit out before now, I thank God for the life of Reverend Father Wilfred, who is in America currently, testifying before that subcommittee of American Congress. What we are saying is, whether they kill Muslims, they kill Christians, they should come and take them out for us. I don't want to know, even if they kill idol worshippers, we don't want them to kill anybody. They should come and take them out for us. If even have Christians who are terrorists, who are maybe thousands of killing people, they should come and kill them as well. So nobody are not here to defend any extremists, any terrorists. My own is the lives of Tojibelo, Ada Aleru, and any bandit leader and member that is not known to the public do not deserve to live. Because the manner they kill, maim, rape, and all of that, and for those who argue that these are people that it is because of maybe global warming and poverty. How come you do not want to buy AK-47, AK-49 up to ₦1 million? Do you see the wrap of Naira notes in their possession? Do you call that poverty? For those that say it is global warming, those people who are present in Zamfara, in Katsina, why are they not moving? Why are they still in the environment? It's probably purely criminal. Go and listen to the testimony of that military intelligence officer. He said it all. that their ultimate aim is to examine the country. Thank you very much.
Okay. Okay. I don't close already, sir. Come and talk about the end of your party. You don't pick date.
Maybe
No, not today. Not today.
you talking?
Not pick date. Not pick date.
Clement Okoli, we don't have any laws in Nigeria. What we have in Nigeria is called selected law. One particular people in the country, which is Igbo. King Ogba, fine morning to you, my man. Matthew, Rashid, and everyone around. Clement Okoli, and this is a Nigerian senior advocate struggling to read English. I'm sorry to you all. Okay, Rashid, do you agree that you're more educated than Omotoso? Okay. Actually, this is combined statement was written for him to read. That is why he's having it so difficult. President Okoye, they prescribed the IPOB, which means all the southeast, including his southeast governors. And so long will be arrested and prosecuted when Tinubu loses power. We will try and be judged by an Igbo prosecutor, okay? I'm still like I was saying that I am disappointed by the non-channel that you have read that before. I'm still like I was saying that Omotoso should go back to school to study English language. Please give my boss, Clement Okoli. I'm tired already, so just few minutes.
You cannot be tired. Why are you tired?
I've not eaten this morning.
And that's not everybody's problem. You should have ate.
Moreover, the program is over 2 hours.
I was an anchor here before. I did the program of over 3 hours. No, you can never having energy. You are way younger than me. I should.
Management don't copy.
It should be fit enough. Today is a day that the Nigerians are talking about the judgment of Nnamdi Kanu. Because he said you have energy and I want this man to talk also. So maybe I'll just do like 3 minutes. Number one, you have to sit down on here. Number one, Shehu Gumi, he was in Yoruba land. He not come back to Nigeria. He went to Ibadan. Shehu Gumi. Between Shehu Gumi and Kanu, who they say was given life imprisonment? Shehu Gumi said Boko Haram and bandits are our, not me, are his brothers. We must tell ourselves the truth at this time. The bandits, if you see 20 local government, okay, let me give you breaking news. Today, bandits have kidnapped students in a Catholic school in Niger State. Today, Boko Haram have killed 8 civilian JTF and they have taken their weapons. Very soon, they will say they are repentant bandits or repentant Boko Haram. But yesterday, you give Nnamdi Kanu life imprisonment. Who is supposed to have life imprisonment between Nnamdi Kanu and the bandits and the Boko Haram leaders in Nigeria? End of the day, you say that you are not winning the war again. Why will you win the war against bandits? The ISWAP leader that was arrested, who have killed people physically with guns, you gave him 20 years imprisonment. I don't know why all of you just keep deceiving yourself. And that is the problem. Most of you are afraid to say the truth because of what they are going to eat. That's what we call covetousness. Because what you go eat, you know we talk truth. Between the bandits and the Boko Haram, who have done more damage and more harm to Nigeria. Okay, you say okay, Nnamdi Kanu they go. Make arrest those Fulani, so maybe they go the same thing now. That is the problem. Until there is equal law, and if you like pray from night to tomorrow, it will be the same. You saw that church attack. Oh, I've not been here for a long time, sir. Okay, you saw that church attack in Kwara State. Thank God it was shown live. That 90-year-old man was strongly to run. Now, all the kidnapped victims, they must pay 3 billion to Fulani.
3.8 billion.
When I go pay am.
And it's even in Zosa, you must not pay ransom.
Who say we don't pay ransom?
Already.
Who say no pay am now?
That you must not pay ransom.
No pay am now. The kidnapped school girls in Kebbi State. Tinubu come and say, "Yo, soldier, go arrest them." Soldier, they lay ambush for them. Because of that nonsense, you say repentant Boko Haram joining the military. Boko Haram go dey join military. Now no get sense. And attack against Boko Haram is attack against them. The same Buhari gave Fulani S-men, offered them 100 billion naira in this country. So what are we talking about? The law must catch up with everybody.
Everybody must be under the law. If you say you have a law, if that law can do something to Nnamdi Kanu, make it not a Fulani leader too now. We don't for Miyetti Allah. 200 people were massacred in Yelwata. 200 human beings. After a repentant bandits, repentant Boko Haram, let's pray for Nigeria. All the pastors when they worship, how many of them are talking now? All of them they worship pastors for Nigeria. How many of them not talking now? It now took the US. Now US can't even verse your lawmaker. They talk rubbish. Is it until they start kidnapping? See, whatever has happened, though they are going to court of appeal and everything. Let us see the end of that judgment. Because to me, this judgment to me is it's not. You cannot even. You can't even. I don't even know how to put it. I don't even know how to put it. It's the same judgment where somebody steals a Bible, 10 years imprisonment. Somebody steals 80 billion. President wish him happy birthday. And the same thing happened to Kanu. The real killers are walking up and down. They are taking microphone. They are addressing people. Okay, since Kanu don't inside prison now, look at how many people that have been killed till tomorrow. That is the problem. Let the law in Nigeria catch up with everybody. That is how we can run a proper system. We can allow this man to talk about it.
Thank you, Mr. Ridwan. Though I don't want to waste your time. I was here for several.
Okay, I didn't know you want to talk.
Yes. So I just want to make some comments about the judgment.
Talk with me.
I am Agbaje by name.
Agbaje, you're Yoruba.
I'm a Yoruba man. But I'm not after all whether Yoruba, Tifi, Jos, or Kuni. Yoruba carry the same blood with Igbo and Fulani. Let's tell I will call Nigeria today because they are not Nigerians that fools my brain and my system. I would love to call Nigeria a nation today. I will name Nigeria an enterprise. So it's an enterprise where people buy and sell.
Buy and sell.
Yes. And in a marketplace, there's always an end hour. In a marketplace, there's always an end hours. Whether the market will close 6 o'clock, 4 o'clock, or 7 o'clock. Nigeria is a fake enterprise. I will shut down one day.
Shut down.
My advice to the president of the present enterprise, Alhaji Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, there's injustice in Nigeria today. I won't afraid to speak up my mind. Now I'm 60 years old in this country. I've never lived in another country one day. So if I can't speak up my mind in this nation, then I'm not a complete human being. If you like, pick me up and jail me, that's the end. But the enterprise will go to an end one day because there is no truth. Yoruba says, ibi tí o bá ti ṣí òtítọ́ kò lè sí àlàáfíà. Meaning, if any institution or organization or gathering where there is no truth, there can never be peace. When in the judiciary there is no truth, there can never be peace. Now, if you look at that paper, you see Southeast leaders now rallying around for political solution. My brother, let us ask ourselves: if the judiciary system is okay, do we need political solution? It means they themselves they know that they have went wrong already. Please, if you say you jail Kanu, I don't agree with you. Personally, yes. But if you say, according to Justice Mustafa, fine, it's your work. I'm not a lawyer. Now, please, and I understand the man is from Kwara State. Let the bandits that operated in Kwara State, and even yesterday, I understand that they even they raid 4 farmers or so.
Yes.
Abi?
Yes.
If I'm correct. Let Justice Mustafa demand for those people. Then the same court, let's know your judgment on them. If truly you are a lawyer and you are a magistrate, then you know that Kanu is wrong, you jail him. I agree with you. as a legal practitioner. But what about the bandits? What is your own judgment about the bandits? Let them bring those bandits to your court now and let us know the normal judgment. All of them, as they can't even hide their face. They show that they are the people, doing all these calamities and no judgment. So my own is that let's pass judgment, the normal judgment on the bandits, as you have done to Kanu. Then we balance the situation. Then Nigeria will now run a peaceful country. But at present, it's an unpeaceful enterprise. So if you want to revive the country, go to normal judgment. So that's my own. I don't need to talk too much. If you can't save this country, I promise, I don't have been with the power of word. I promise that the enterprise will soon go to an end. And I advise the Trump to come and solve this problem. Yes. At this level. Yes, by the grace of God. Though I don't always have chance to come, but that's because of this program. I have to find time, and my board doesn't allow me to become a big. I want to make 1 or 2 comments, and I want to, for my own. I don't say to the whole of the year. I want to stop calling on my own entity. I want to stop calling the nation a nation. It's an enterprise now, where people buy and sell, and it will end one day.
Okay, thank you, sir. Mr. Agbaji. Mr.
Chigozie Ndigbo.
Mr. Chigozie, I'm very close with
He's on the line.
Before Mr. Ogilwan have his own destiny. I allowed him and this man. I'm tired already. I never chop this morning.
As early as 10 a.m., we are complaining of eating.
I've been here since, this is close to 3 hours now. I've been standing here close to 3 hours. So this is 2 hours, 32 minutes.
Wow,
you've
really
minutes.
tried. It's not easy to standing.
Tomorrow.
Okay.
What is the subject?
About Kanu being sentenced, what can you say about that?
Well, I do agree with Nnamdi Kanu totally, in total, that anyone who, by any means, subject him to further trial is a terrorist. Omotosho is a terrorist. Ade Boyega is a terrorist. In the first place, presided over Nnamdi Kanu case. A case that had been already determined by a competent court of law. What is Nnamdi Kanu called Nigeria a zoo? But I think he was very considerate by calling Nigeria a zoo. As Dele called Nigeria an evil forest. There is something more devastating than that. And yesterday, of course, I have defined the fate of Nigeria, the fate of Omoto. So somebody, but of course, I was not surprised that such is happening, that this will happen. It wasn't a surprise. That if Nigeria is not a terrorist organization, where there is perversion of justice, where the terrorists have been enthroned, where the terrorists have been given privileges, the terrorists have been, taken closer to the corridor of power. You see the government negotiating, rapporting, going for occasions and ceremonies involving the terrorists. People that have ravaged the entire regions of the country. Go and ask a motorshop, is his own state safe? Who are the people ravaging his own community? I strongly agree that his own majority of his community have fled their homes. Is he not aware of the terrorism going on in the southwest? Who are those masterminding the killings? How many of them has he arraigned in the court of law, and including Tinubu himself? Anybody who tried Nnamdi Kanu or who subject Nnamdi Kanu to trial is a terrorist. And that is why terrorism is thriving in Nigeria. If Nigeria government and institution does not support terrorism, terrorism wouldn't have been here, just as the late Abacha said. If terrorism survive beyond 24 hours, you know that those within the corridor of power are the ones fueling and supporting terrorism. We've seen allegations and evidence upon evidence been tendered. You are romancing with the terrorists, but somebody who is defending his own people, who is making everything possible to separate his own people from the destruction that have already befallen Nigeria. What was the crime of Nnamdi Kanu, for crying loud? You are basing your trial based on mere presumptions. There was no investigation carried out by James Omotoso. The prosecuting counsel arraigned their quack and fake witnesses in mass. Where on earth does criminal trial involve masking a witness? That was the plan to subvert the course of justice. I knew already there is something already fishing. So it wasn't a surprise to me, but Nnamdi Kanu was not the one whose fate was decided yesterday. But Omotoso and Nigeria, that even, of course, buttressed the point, the position expressed by Tinubu about 2 days ago before the judgment was given. He decried the in-depth corruption in the judicial system, which Omotoso just confirmed. How could you base your own conviction on mere hearsay? Where was the say made? You cannot, because you are trying to rigmarole and suffocate the cause of justice. You said that Gulak was killed, and the doctor that carried out the autopsy told you that it was IPOB. How does the doctor, this is the evidence tendered by one of the DSS, mass witness, that the doctor said that conducted the autopsy said that it is IPOB. How can a doctor, is there any way to diagnose who kills Gulak? And the name is written there. It will come up maybe in a screen that this is IPOB. Was there anybody arrested? Was there any witness, direct witness, who testified that he was the one that killed Gulak and Nnamdi Kanu directed him? There was no investigation, and turning down Nnamdi Kanu prayers and motion fight in the court of Omotoso was deliberate. You want to silence Nnamdi Kanu and deny him the right to defend himself. And coming out to say, Nnamdi Kanu, defend yourself. How can you defend yourself when the prayer standard, the motion filed by Nnamdi Kanu was not granted? Was not even considered in the first instance. There was no trial in the first instance. So what is the basis of the judgment? The judgment was prejudicial. It was intended to silence the people. Nnamdi Kanu was not the target. The target was the entire Igbo race. Of which, of course, is very clear now that the Igbos are becoming more conscious of this reality. That Yoruba has declared war against the Igbos. By Yoruba, I mean the political elites. And if every other Yoruba, of course, decide to go silent or to keep mum, then it will also spiral down on everybody. So it is not unfortunate where the likes of Toji Bello, Ade Aloro are roaming the streets of Nigeria across the Katsina, Benue, Bauchi, killing even high-profile military officers in Nigeria. Tinubu has not declared state of emergency, where a whole brigadier general was molested, humiliated, killed, and there was no national mourning. That means the country does not value even her own people. You know what it means to lose a brigadier, a general in a military? I was in Bukavu Barrack as a student, as a pupil, when Babangida visited Bukavu Barrack in Kano State. We all rallied and we are just observing what happened. We saw the glory, the splendor of military, the glory of the military and their ties. The military was brought down, not just one of them. This has been recorded at decimal, and you have not declared the state of emergency. If you are to be in the East, even without any provocation, you will declare state of emergency. What a country are we running? And unfortunately, this has become, of course, an embarrassment to the Committee of Nations. This is purely travesty of justice, and you cannot stand. He cannot stand. There is no way he can stand. I know people who, of course, are haters of Igbos are thinking that that is a breakthrough for them. But a time is coming in this generation when anybody that answers your motor will be a cause, will be considered as a cause in this generation for this act of injustice, perversion of justice that have been done, not just to Nnamdi Kanu, but the entire human race. And that is just the case. It is rather unfortunate, but that is not a surprise. You can't continue to subjugate a people and think you can always have your way.
Okay.
Of course, human instinct has a way of pushing back. Do you understand? So it is a conspiracy between the chief judge, the attorney general, Omotoso, the presiding judge, the prosecuting counsel, who is also a Yoruba man, and the president, who is also a Yoruba man. How can you set aside a court ruling by an appellate court of law? On what basis? To be tried again, say you. And the worst of it, one of them, the prosecuting lead counsel, said that you should have sentenced him. I would have expected the Motosho to hand him a bullet, a gun, so that he can immediately shoot Nnamdi Kanu. I would have expected him, since he said what Nnamdi Kanu deserved is death sentence. He would have handed him over a gun so that he can shoot Nnamdi Kanu, and so that he can finalize the judgment.
Thank you, sir. It's been a very, very, very long day here this lovely morning. 21st November 2025. Viewers, I can see your messages, but to read all your message, I cannot read message again. Jinyong, okay. Mr. Payos, okay, you came late today. Tomorrow I hope you'll be here early. God bless you. Viewers, we are saying thank you, God bless you. Like this program, share to others, and also drop your comments even after the end of the program. God bless you and have a nice day.